Greetings, everyone. I am Snowbear, and joined with me is a very wonderful Poke Noob.
Wonderful is a questionable word, but hi, Snowbear. It's good to be here. It's been a long time since we've done this. It's been like years.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I'm glad to have another tournament. And this is, probably the cap to all of it going, so hopefully we can wrap up the day with maybe a little bit nicer of a seed for those who just have been watching the previous seed. We're not going to go into it because it's still fresh, but hopefully we can get a nicer seed for both our runners.
We do have a late night brawl between jaxstronomy and prismzetta. Now, Snowbear, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
You and I have both been watching bits and pieces of the previous tournament matches, right?
A little bit, yeah, here and there.
So, the way that I'm thinking about this tournament so far is the randomizer ice cream truck is in town. And my question for you is, how much more vanilla is going to be served before we have to start being concerned about how popular vanilla is? Because I'm finding a lot of vanilla in a lot of things.
Vanilla comes in lots of different flavors. There's vanilla, and there's also French vanilla, and maybe a little bit of vanilla with some spice on top of it. So,
are you a
honestly,
twist person?
Absolutely.
So you're looking forward to a twist of a run. We don't actually know if that's possible, but we're hoping for a twist, right?
Well, hopefully. I mean, there's lots of ways to spice things up, and honestly, the most interesting seeds are the ones that are the most unusual. Where sometimes it is the few vanilla items, but in any given seed, there's always going to be a couple of vanilla items. It's just how probability is going. The question is oh my goodness, and we already have Storm Badge.
I'm not getting baited by that. That's bait. It cleans up some logic, okay. But that's bait. That's half a fly already.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even have the tracker up. I wasn't ready for both of them to have Storm Badge like that.
They're flying away without you, Snowbear.
You know, I was gonna say my favorite seeds are the ones with the tricky fly logic. But now that we've been given Storm Badge, it's almost like we're just gonna be given fly quickly too. But, it's nothing like that.
Oh, we've got a Celebi, Zapdos, and Skarmory starter selection here, and Zapdos being taken on both sides. Makes a lot of sense, offensive on both ends, some great speed, good typing, defensive enough. It's got everything it needs to do to get
absolutely. Honestly, that is one of my favorite pokes, and I always am down for running a good Zapdos. Partly because I don't get to run them enough, but also partly because you just can't go wrong with them. Although this one needs a little bit of help. I don't think they're going to be running it. It was a good effort though, although you never know. With the problem with the legendaries early on is that they have a slower experience curve than the rest of the Pokemon. We have all the rest of the Pokemon, I believe, at medium slow, and we have the legendaries just as slow. So you lose several levels just running a legendary Pokemon.
However, I would also say that even before or when they do find an early main, if it's not something that's going to be a higher level that can outscale the trainers that they're going to be taking on, it's a good backup. It's bulky enough that you can take the time to revive or heal a couple of times. It does have a couple of heavy-hitting moves. It's got Mega Kick, it's got Twin Needle, that can clean up some final kills in a pinch, but chances are, okay, Boulder Badge, if they don't find another main here, they're going to have to do some TLC on the ZAP.
Yes, that is very much true.
I miss commentary.
It's been so long since we've commentated, and honestly, it's glad to have a tournament again.
Yeah, last time was Crystal Bingo, and I'm very proud that I didn't have to leave this in, because I think I would have said Bingo even though I had the title in front of me. Nonetheless, we got Spike Cannon TM. That's not doing anything for them right now. But 2 badges to start.
It'll be interesting to see if they're looking for a new main right here. But I believe did they both just repel this first route? It might be that they're just satisfied with the Zapdos for the moment, hoping for a level 6 main. Although actually prismzetta, because he's doing night strats, won't be able to get his level 6 on Route 36. but he'll be able to get anything else.
Honestly, I think Mega Kick Twinning will be fine for now. That covers the majority of things, unless you're fighting a Golem. Like, it should be fine. Kingdra is the starting Pokemon here to block them. See what is on Prism's side here. Slowbro. Yeah, they're fine. Now, I'm curious, Snowbear. I know you haven't been watching a lot, but what's your favorite item start with your 3K in the beginning of these seeds?
My favorite item start. I think my favorite item start is gotta be something like Rock Smash. Because although you get that level 15, it kind of presents the interesting proposition of, do you want to go back in Dark Cave immediately? Do you want to hold off until it's in Logic?
Kind of meant stuff you buy from the shop, but that's a good thing to start with if you can find yourself through Dark Cave, which isn't that difficult. Electabuzz, Fearow, a couple of decent, not the highest priority options, but they're not terrible, just low level for now.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to me that neither of them are really repelling in here. Dark Cave is a very poor place to get in main. It's only levels 2 to 4, and honestly, the surrounding areas are just better with 4 to 5s or 6s. But it looks like Prism is very happy to get the Giraffe Rig. Sadly, no for a giraffe, but...
Might just be a backup Pokemon, depending on
I mean, they do need a backup, at least 2 backups, actually. And oh, look at that, we have an Espeon. That is a promising... Oh, Secret Fire Espeon? Okay. You know, that's at least one good move, perhaps. Oh, and we have the Basement Key already. Ooh, I'm liking this already.
What's the rule on the Basement Key again? Is this they're not forced into the basement early?
Well, they're not forced into the basement until they have the card key and 7 badges. Oh, Rock Smash Espeon! Oh my gosh! Oh, that is huge.
That is an artificial advantage for Jax. They can go crack the 15. They can go get some extra checks on the outside there if they want to go through to 45.
Did I mark Boulder Badge too soon? I don't even remember what it was.
They have Boulder Badge, yes.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yeah. It was an early item on 30.
Right. That's what it was. I marked it, then I was trying to handle all sorts of other things.
Look, on the bright side, at least that Espeon's also male, so on top of the Stab, Confusion, and the Sacred Fire, that Scratch could have max DVs under it.
Yeah, so this is going to be really interesting, because it seems like jaxstronomy is not quite there, or is going to go through with it. And we have prismzetta just climbing the tower straight up.
He did get an escape rope from that grab, though, which is pretty lucky.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting, though, because I guess just going in, no extra experience, just the Giraffe Rig. This first trainer is always very scary when you're going in with relatively lower level Pokemon, but hopefully it gets to...
Got 3 60 power moves, so it's something. It's got stab, like with the TM, it's got stab stomp, so that's pretty decent. That's gonna boost it up. You got a little bit of coverage for anything you're not gonna be hitting very well.
Early normal types are also very good, just in general.
Yep. Low weaknesses. SS Ticket found in Sprout Tower.
Ooh, okay. Oh, and we have Flash already. Okay, so we're having a little bit of different kind of stuff, trying to handle the back end things at the same time as this. So,
No, I think HM05... Oh, I don't remember now. This is why you're tracking on me.
Yeah.
Oh, Counter's an interesting move to find early. That can help a bit.
Interesting. I didn't expect him to teach it, but I guess if you're expecting to be hit hard...
Well, the coverage isn't that high, so it could cover against maybe some physical mons that you find out are physical, and that can just be an easy reset, go wipe it. You know, elderly can be a pain sometimes. Now, do you think Jax is gonna go into Sprout Tower after checking Faulkner?
I think most definitely. I think with how this moveset is very easy to go with doing. It's very easy to get through this with the. I mean, just this Espeon's moveset is just so much better. So plowing through here, normally you want to go to Sprout Tower for the experience, but it seems that just Jax is very comfortable. They're very comfortable with just how it is, and honestly, I don't blame them with how it is.
Ironically, I think they're doing it correctly because they're gonna have the levels to take on. Because for some reason, Elder Lee is stronger than Faulkner. I've never understood that, but
ooh, and we have strength.
That's a strength.
All right.
That does benefit the Giraffe Rig more. It's
Absolutely.
just a stronger stat move. I think we're going to see a swap of positions. Prism heading into Faulkner's gym. Meanwhile, Jax taking a call from a very pesky researcher who wants you to take 7 steps and hatch this egg.
Thank you, Chad, for catching the rainbow wing as I had slightly looked away.
I was going to tell you, but I figured, you know, it's not needed for like an hour and a half or something like that.
Look.
You
Not
hope.
everyone can forget that we get an item and still pull off a win. I'm looking at the many times Monty has forgotten to mark 1 or more items on his own tracker, only to realize, wait a second, I have that, and still never get punished. That's okay. But yeah, it looks like this is just going to be the runners kind of switching what they're doing. I guess with a slight advantage to Jax because of having that Rock Smash on the main, although that's only going to be an advantage until we get Squirt Bottle. And at the same time, you never know what they're going to do. Although, it looks like Prism? Oh, looks like the Giraffe Rig, I guess must have fainted in the gym.
Bite Suicune.
Oh.
He didn't heal beforehand, so he had a lot of health lost.
That does, in fact, do it.
But you know what? Like I sort of predicted, the nice thing about that Zapdos is it can carry and finish fights. So it's a fine backup for now until you probably get to pass Slowpoke well. Because after that, now you're going to start getting outscaled with levels.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, it's just the early game is just so tough, being a couple levels down. You know, I don't think people understand just kind of appreciate how in the lower levels, I mean, everything is scary because move power dominates over stats. So even running something like Ice Beam Tauros still hurts at levels 5 to 6. That's why you can still wipe the things like Togepi is using Thunder. Because at that point, the stats are so small, just in general.
The other thing, too, is it's kind of difficult to out-level in this game until you get to higher areas, because there's not a lot of levels in this game. This game has, I think, the lowest stat between gym leaders of all the games, I want to say.
I mean, I think there isn't very much. There is some decent scaling going on in Johto, but then of course once you get to Kanto, the level scaling is just kind of wonky. But that kind of works in our benefit generally with item rando. But it
as
looks
long as
like
you're keeping one Pokemon.
Yeah, but it looks like Zed is gonna be out of Violet first. So just kind of sticking with that Giraffe Rig, it's doing okay.
Honestly, I think the typing to protecting its Psychic from Ghost and just having the stab strength is going to be fine for now. Maybe he's hoping he'll find a Rod, or he'll find access with that SS ticket to try and just go grab a better Pokemon. Maybe we get an early Surf, something like that. But I think for now, the Giraffe Rig will pull its weight. I believe its speed is like base 72, so it's not even that bad.
Giraffe Rig is very solid, and it's very good during just the early to mid game. It does fall off a little bit later because it's just it being a Pokemon that's not evolved, just kind of unique in its line at this point in time, really kind of hurts it, being only a single stage Pokemon.
Well, luckily for Prism, that is not the concern right now, as it's getting the job done.
Oh,
Both of them heading
I
towards
didn't realize how
Union Cave.
quickly Jax just was able to just get on out, and we have the secret potion already. This is, you know, all of these items, you know, I'd like to say this isn't a snowbird ROM, because normally my ROMs don't ever give this much progress, but generally when you get this much this many progress items early on, it really scares me, because you get kind of lulled into the sense of complacency, because your start will be really good, but then you'll just be dragged on hunting for those useless badges, aka the ice rods, for another 30-40 minutes, just looking for that last one.
What I'm thinking about is the fact that you've received both Secret Potion and SS Ticket, which makes me want to go, but I also know you can't take the SS to find Fly. So...
I think from how this is, with the Rainbow Wing, the basement key, I am guessing that our way out of the starting area is going to be Squirt Bottle. With this early Rainbow Wing, it's most definitely going to be Tin Tower, which means they're going to go rush Morty, but it's not for sure, it's not set in stone. The basement key popping up usually means there's at least a badge down there, so this is going to be an interesting kind of conundrum of whether you want to go in early and bank on there being a badge to get everything, or not.
Is there a pass angle here?
There could be. There absolutely could be. I just think with the amount of North Johto items we've been given already, that it's highly unlikely.
Yeah, I guess even knowing that you have the Secret Potion SS Ticket, it kind of gives you this sort of reassurance that once you decide to dive Kanto, going that way will at least be everything's on the way. So you can just go take on Jasmine after you clear the Secret Potion. Then you can just go over to Kanto and clean up anything there, or do the boat quest if you want. Is boat questing? Yeah.
Yeah, with one of the things with the early Kanto stuff is that you have very few checks in Kanto, and that really means that it's much more difficult. Oh, I didn't see what the mountain. I guess the Icy Wind was just a little bit much, I guess, for the Espeon. But as mentioned in chat, yeah, the country flags are a little bit squished. But anyways, as mentioned in chat, that the early game can be a little bit difficult. And I'm sure you're right, Garf, about that.
Yeah,
my essence being split a little bit.
I don't think they'll go unless they have Surf early. Anyways, but at least if they want to go when they're ready to do it, there's just checks along the way. It's none of this backtracking, even if they for some reason don't find Fly. But you know, they found Storm Badge. How bad is it gonna be to find HMO2? I did it. Sorry.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to bed early, right?
Nope.
Sweet.
Yeah, Clearbell here. Yeah, I must have just missed it. I'll see it right now. Yeah, the Clearbell, yeah, that means we're gonna have early Squirt Ball for sure.
Well, at least combat-wise, Prism is keeping up to Jax's impressive Espeon, which is what we expect when this Pokemon is very strong in the early game. So, even if having to find another way to make this draft rig good, or to find another main or whatever, you're not falling behind on clearing.
No. In fact, one thing, as much as the Rock Smash is an advantage for Jax just overall, it's also a disadvantage, meaning that Jax really only has 3 moves to use against Pokemon, and 3 move perfect coverage is very difficult. But in this case, being able to cover most of what's going on is pretty good.
To be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised they didn't check the 15.
I mean, I am a little bit surprised, but I think Jax, coming from, you know, Ocarina of Time Rando, kind of knows when to go out of logic and when to stay in logic. And I think one of the things that I've learned, definitely from racing them, is they have a very good keen sense of how the seed's playing out. And I think while having a Rock Smash is great, it's no need to kind of go out of your way quite yet. As much as I would love to do that, there's a kind of a time and place of when to go out of logic.
Oh, I meant just checking for a level 15 Pokemon.
I
Unless that
mean,
doesn't exist in the rock.
I think they were happy enough with the Espeon, and honestly, that I don't blame them. But yeah, I think with how this is, it's very reasonable to just kind of just do Azalea clears and everything. I mean, it gets a little bit more spicy when you get early pass, whether you want to skip Azalea or not. But for the most part right now, we're going to be going through this. Although this is a very fast clear for both of them.
Yeah, between Espeon's coverage.
Getting done with Azalea at about the 20-minute mark, once you return from the Farfetch quest, is very good. Personally, I prefer to fight Rival 2 first, so that when you're going back naturally for the charcoal item, that you can do that while coupling it in with Bugsy. But, you know, there's, you know, the Rival 2 fight is of course a little bit more scary than Bugsy, so it's reasonable to do Bugsy first.
Probably just a matter of comfort. I tend to do that too. I fight him second just because I want the XP from all the trainers. You know, the whole 3 of them.
Yeah, but we'll kind of see how this is. If I had to guess, Fly is most definitely going to be at the top of the tower. Just no question about it. Jax is going to be doing the escape rope with save reset stuff. I used to do that personally, but one of the other reasons I like to do Bugsy second is because when you repel in Slowpoke well, it carries into the forest. And so you're using one more repel and you're going to be doing that anyways. And you don't have to worry about save resetting. This save reset, I think, does save a little bit of time, but I think just kind of routing efficiency, I just find myself not doing that anymore as I used to.
We're starting to see a discrepancy between the clearing as Prism has started to see what's happening when your coverage isn't as good as the Espeons.
Well, I think
it's
also just, I think it's just the quality of moves. While they both have kind of mediocre moves, the difference is that Jax has that stronger Sacred Fire, which really helps with just punching through tough Pokemon, even if they resist it. Although it pays off extremely well against the Steel types that have been sort of just plaguing both runners.
I'm also noticing Prism didn't teach Strength to Girafarig, which would give it a little bit more power.
I think there's part of the reason for that is because you might not want to keep that long term on the Pokemon. Teaching an HM takes away a vital slot for late game. But I think it would have been doing wonders here, just to at least have it. I mean, Stomp also does. Oh, that's an Icy Wind TM. High crit chance, we don't know.
Could be Slash.
Could be Slash Razor Leaf. There's lots of high crit moves. But it looks like Jax opted not to do that. In the meantime, we have Squirt Bottle here.
There we go. Snow Bear the Prophet. Or Noah's Logic.
I can sort of read the tea leaves a little bit.
Well, I'm glad, because I'm here for the voice and the unthawed mouth. You're here to actually put knowledge into the run.
As long as you help cover everything else while I'm trying to frantically cover things. Oh, and Jax teaches over Rock Smash.
Interesting.
I didn't see that coming quite yet. I mean, I understand that you'll buy Rock Smash, but I figured, or at least hold on to it. Jax does remember the tutors. The tutors is not really good moves this time, but I would have figured Jax would have held on to Rock Smash until at least checking the four Rock Smash items. I don't think was there any pressure to necessarily teach Icy Wind because Fire and Ice have very similar coverage.
Perhaps they see the strength and are just gonna wait for Plain Badge.
Probably. I think it's more just that now that they have the Squirt Bottle, they can buy Rock Smash all day.
That's what unlocks it.
Jax will need a third Pokemon though, And that's going to be coming into an issue later, as they deposited the egg.
Well, Kenya's right there.
Well, but you have to turn Kenny in.
Oh, it's a check in this,
Pokemon
right?
with the mail. Yes.
Whoa.
Oh, there's the fog badge. Alright, so we have some interesting ideas. If Fly is not directly in Tin Tower, it is highly possible that Surf is populating that area as well.
I'm just thinking here, if I'm Prism, I might teach Boomerang if I check that tutor.
Yeah, so one interesting thing is that we see both of our runners doing the optimal climbing up. It is less time to climb up the stairs than it is to take the elevator, but I personally like to go to the elevator first so I can sell off all the items and then buy all my X items. I don't think either of them X item shop, so it's going to be a little bit of time before they might have to come back later to get X items.
There's none in Celadon in this game, right? Or is there?
Oh no, we have some in Celadon. It's just on the 5th floor rather than the 3rd floor.
Maybe.
And it requires a trip coming on later.
Not if you're checking the Erica check.
That's true. That's true. But I think while you're in Goldenrod, it's definitely worth shelling out as much money as you can to get all your XMs. Not only do you get your XMs, you also clog up your bag, which means that checks are much quicker because you're not picking up extraneous items. And that's a Body Slam Bear. That's terrifying.
That would be the one. That would be the one trainer Pokemon you would comment on.
I mean, yes.
Alright, Whitney fight here for Jax. This Espeon is loaded. Should be fine here. That's definitely going to be a fine matchup.
Did Prism already get his fog badge, or not quite yet?
Yes, yes he did.
Okay.
Make his way underground.
One of the other things is definitely double team. Oh, not quite as good. But anyways, one of the important things is usually to pick up Kenya before doing some of these fights, because in the very rare case you do wipe, you'll have Kenya you can turn in right there. But anyways, a return TM would probably do well for Prism, although it is a little bit soon to do that. It's just a little minor thing that I personally like to do, is picking up the Kenya early. But it seems that neither runners have done that. It looks like Jax is not quite checking what Kenya's moveset is. Sometimes Kenya can have field moves, so it's important to check Kenya's field moves just by selecting the Pokemon briefly.
Chances are they might be trying to save outside Squirt Bottle. I know for Espeon it won't be a problem, but I feel like Prism's gonna take it a little more seriously at the Sudowoodo. Maybe that's the time they check. Just try and do a menu all at once. Perhaps they have the repels counted out.
Maybe.
Do either of them have the... Oh, is bug catching always enabled?
Only on the normal days. It's not, okay. We don't have the day stuff enabled. So bug catching is strictly limited to, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Gonna be honest with you?
Yeah, kind of going through backtracking out. It would be a little bit faster to go from the other gate. Also, what a lot of us runners do is actually save outside of this gate on the right-hand side, so that you can quickly reset if needed. Either way, the bug catching contest does save time in backtracking, although it does cost a little bit of time with the cutscene. The one thing though, when you're doing the bug catching save and quit, is that bug catching quit, you generally want to save in case of soft lock. That is one of the few known soft locks, and because of trainer names in classes exceeding the buffer length. So that's one thing you have to be careful about too as well. Oh, this instant gameplay. So we have, as part of some of the most recent modifications, we have removed animations. So so a lot of this is the HP bars, everything, battles go much quicker. It's a little bit harder to pick up what moves are being used, but a lot of times you should be generally okay without too much trouble going through it. It saves a lot of time generally over the long run. The estimates for me have been from shorter seeds being about 15 minutes saved to about 30 minutes saved. And we're all hoping to see just the most interesting parts. It doesn't even check what Kenya is, no moves, just turns it in. But a body slam TM would be a welcome addition to Prism's Giraffe Rig when that comes the case.
But we have a weaker form in strength.
Honestly, actually strength is a little bit faster time-wise because you don't have to worry about the paralysis.
I mean, status is just nice, Snowbear.
It can be, but a lot of us don't. When you're going to be one-shotting things anyways, you don't need to be reminded that you're going to paralyze them as well.
You're right. Teach body slam first, and then before red, teach strength.
Anyways,
so far, not finding really good TMs at all. The squirt bottle poke is not going to be the switch for Prism.
We do have Jax going into the center, saying hi to Bill. Bill. It's kind of an interesting play. But I guess they're realizing they kind of need another Pokemon right now, and just doing box healing. I guess we haven't had all that many ethers, or Jax is just a lot more comfortable doing it. I think a lot of us would prefer not doing that. Although Jax is straight up going to Kimono Girls. I like this play. Despite being a slow check, you know you're gonna have to climb Sprout Tower and Tin Tower, and you're gonna want those extra few levels to deal with the sages. So I definitely like this play.
It'll also help if they decide to go west and go up the lighthouse.
Yeah, generally a lot of us will go there, especially when we're given the secret potion, as we were very early on. It's kind of something to do.
And SS ticket.
Exactly. Although I don't think we would go. I don't think our runners are gonna go to Kanto quite yet because it's not fly logic.
If they find HMO3, does that change their mind to try and find a Pokemon?
I think so. Generally. Jax probably wouldn't, but I think prismzetta would be absolutely open for that.
Oh, Prism has to main swap. It's I want to see a Giraffe Rig carry as a jump pluff main in tournaments, but yeah, to win, Giraffe Rig shouldn't be the main. But here we are.
Remind me if I'm wrong. I don't think Jax went back for Rock Smash.
Nope.
So I think this is. I think with the way how Jax played was teaching over Rock Smash, kind of threw away any advantage over prismzetta at the moment for that. Well, Jax has been going through quicker. I just think it would have been better to hold off on that.
Gotta be honest with you, Snowbear. I'm feeling like they're waiting for the plane badge and saying, "I just want power right now. Clear everything so that I can get through, get to Tin Tower."
I mean, plane badge would be nice. But I think in this case, it's a little bit foolish to kind of wait. And oh no, Prism messed up the movement just a bit and hits the camper. Oh no.
For those who don't know, if you go one to the left, right, one to the right, when you leave the gate, you'll be able to zoom right by that guy.
I think he did, but he just went up too soon, so that was the unfortunate part.
No, I think he rode the left side of the bottom glass.
Oh.
Which is the common thing because it looks faster, but you actually have to like take your time to save time.
Yeah, you have to take one step to the right at least to be able to get that. But the camper hit him from facing up, which means that he turned too soon after. But anyways, we're about to get the roamer, so you are much better at the cries than I am. I have maybe a 50% accuracy.
I ask my chat all the time to tell me. I mute the audio. At this point, you cache the 40 and just use it as fodder.
But anyways, let's take our silence so we can give the chat more what they want. I recognize at least one.
None of them sound strong.
Well, we have a Miltank for one of them, the Moo. The Suicune I did not recognize, and the Reiko I didn't recognize either word.
The way that I do it is if their cries are shorter or higher pitched, they're not good Pokemon.
You know, that's generally a good call there.
Very safe.
Yeah. I don't think it was Skarmory. I don't think it was Kabuto as the Suicune. But we'll find out shortly, honestly.
Celebi does sound correct, actually.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Sounds like that. We're getting...
Well, I mean, it's kind of a given at this point.
I could be happy that we're getting a Morty fight!
I will withhold my comments, except for the fact that say Mortis is a scam, and we'll find the card keys soon enough.
But Snowbear, the coolest speed trick in glitchless Pokemon Crystal is coming up in this gym. Are you not excited for the gap skip?
The gap skip?
The gap skip! It's in
true.
2 Pokemon. Just keep your eyes on the screen. For those who don't know, you have a skip, and everyone can do it. Trust. Here you go. Watch this. They're gonna go there and skip right there. One trainer skipped, you save at least 4 minutes. Maybe 3.
Wow.
Most likely 1. But the point is, you skip that trainer.
Yeah, I think that trainer has like 3 pokes. Also, you called it.
I was
Zeta
right.
is
I was right. I told
Prism
you.
Zetta is absolutely going to Kanto. He says
To be
enough
fair.
with this draft.
Yes.
And honestly, with how the draft has been doing, I do not blame him any way.
It's done its job. It'll be a good backup finisher, just like the Zapdos was. This is very much going to be a pyramid scheming of the trainer for Prism, where it's going to be the highest level, and then the lower level might have to finish a few things until we find something better, as this Quagsire absolutely shreds, putting him at the bottom of the alphabet once again.
Yeah. Alright, guys.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You can lose that fight. I forgot.
Yes, you can, actually. It's one of the 2 fights you can actually lose in this game.
What's the other one, Snowbear? Pop quiz?
Rival 1.
Too good at this.
Favorite. Oh, it's my favorite. It's because they give you full heals. But anyways, if I had a chance of... If I could commandeer this broadcast, I would absolutely show an image over this, but alas, it's probably for the better that I'm not able to show an image over the gameplay.
Alright, let's see Prism's approach to this. I think he just wants to find a couple of checks around here, see if he gets a lucky surf or something like that just to clear him up. If not, he just takes
Zephyr badge.
Zephyr and
Ooh.
Soul! 2 badges being found in 2 different places.
Zephyr and...
Morty paying out.
Yeah, so Morty absolutely required in the sense that at least he gives a badge. Unfortunate.
Oh, and the worst part is, too, you have Zephyr and Flash? And Jax had that Rock Smash. They might be kicking themselves that they have to go back and make that trip.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for the raid, IB. Shout outs to IB. Oh, and we have Whirlpool already. This is, you know, it's gonna be so hard to watch both streams at once, trying to figure out where all the progress is because they're going in completely different locations.
Prism is taking advantage of the fact that their main is not good. Jax is taking advantage of the fact that their main is good. So you're gonna have that split, and I think this makes a lot of sense. It looks like we're gonna be getting the cleanse tag house check, Mystic Water. Does the same thing. And then how far are you gonna go, Prism? That's my question.
Well,
check. No, that's not.
Oh no!
What are they gonna do? What does he want? What's he looking for? Is he gonna go to... Is there a Pokemon in Celadon? No, that becomes a TM in this game.
It's the curse. There's a cursed TM that he has available. It's not part of the item set, but it is a free TM if you want it. I think he's just gonna...
Are we gonna get a check on the route out here? Because you have bicycle...
No, just a cycling road main.
Nice.
Just a cycling road. Just a cycling road main switch. Either way, it looks like Jax... Yeah. There are 2 items on cycling road, 2 hidden items, but we don't have that in the... It's not part of the item pool right now. Spinarak is not quite a main.
Not the call. Even with the rare candy, it's not the call.
Yeah, so we have levels 29 to 33 in this route, and if you still can't find anything, you have the route below where it's 26 to 30. If you had cut, you could do the route above as well, which is also 26 to 30. But cycling road is just the better call right now. Better call. Although, Primeape, I don't know what that move it used, but I think Prism's just catching it so he can have something to run away with. I'm not sure I agree with that.
Stuck in a corner with the Primeape despite the fact wanting to recruit it. Unfortunately, Prism is paying the my main sucks tax.
Yeah.
And losing time over it too, which is really unfortunate for him. Jax is going to be climbing the lighthouse. They're both going to go. They're both going to go to Kanto. Which means that Jax will have access to those badges that Prism found, and Jax will just maintain any momentum simply because they're doing the same thing, and Espeon will go further than...
I think Jax is gonna hold off on that. Jax has got the lighthouse, and Jax's level is now sufficiently okay enough to be able to potentially handle Jasmine, and that's an Arcanine. You know what? Sold.
That'll do it. That is true. The levels will come through for Jasmine as well as the Sages.
Yeah, so Jasmine might be a little bit tough because of the 35 ace, but... Oh, and that's a dig on that Arcanine. Bite, Metal Claw dig. Not great moveset, but Body Slam over...
Twister.
Body Slam over Twister is pretty good.
Icy Wind Aeroblast can cover that too.
Aeroblast, I think, would be a really good call to teach here as well. Oh, we have Explosion! Oh, yes! Yes!
It's not happening, Snowbear.
Boom mains. Please.
Stop calling out the boom mains. There are no boomers here.
Oh, attack that may cause confusion. That's either Dizzy Punch or Confusion.
Oh, is that gonna be?
It cannot be Psybeam.
Poison Gas. Ooh.
This has
got to be like...
Yeah, so... Oh, wait. Okay. No, it's just... Okay. So, yeah, some of the move descriptions are a little bit subtle. Attack that may cause confusion. It can only be Dizzy Punch and Confusion. Shout out to Garf also for compiling that whole list. Yeah, Psybeam's description is a little bit different. I believe an attack that may confuse the foe is how it is. A lot of times when you see like see foe in the description, it tends to be something good. Although you have to be very careful about that. If it's...
Did Prism buy X items here?
No.
Now I would say skipping the gold.
Neither of them have purchased it, and I think this is gonna be a little bit problematic, but we'll be okay.
It's only problematic if one does it over the other. So if Jax doesn't skip, then they will have the time advantage of not having to go back and shop later. Otherwise, they'll be even. Exactly. It's only problematic when everybody does different things. When everyone does the same thing, it doesn't matter about time loss because you both lost time. You're just a happy family losing time together. And that's what we're here about. Pokemon Crystal is all about family.
Exactly. Although, we don't call Morty family. Morty's just there. Morty Delentas.
Morty is the uncle I'll invite to Thanksgiving dinner, thank you.
Do you need X items? Yes. You are going to be leveled, and 3 to 4 shotting Red's Pokemon is going to lose you significant amounts of time. Also, X items are very good for the tough fights like Sabrina or even E4, or just moves in tough fights in general, just one. Erica. You generally want to be able to set up at least one X item to push through it. You know, it's one X item, I believe, powers up you by half your... It's 1.5 times your power, right?
Yeah, and so then it'll go up, so you do 2, your double stat.
Exactly, so that's pretty big. The other thing is that the reason why I got super excited over Explosion Strats is because you are able to teleport all sorts of places, and when you don't have Fly, it is very important to have your Pokemon Center set into somewhere.
Jasmine is down and now also asleep, the Awakening taken away. Nothing on Jasmine. If Prism decides to skip that, time saved.
I don't think he'll skip it. I think he'll do it when he goes, ooh, no! You have to take a step to... Oh, wait, Jax?
Did they save after... Okay.
they saved after. Oh, they saved.
That's true.
No, they saved before Jasmine.
That's all right. Yeah.
Smart.
All right.
Okay, all right. You know.
Considering
I mean,
that was
I guess.
Megahorn.
Unfortunately, Jax did fight the other trainer, that girl Pokemon fan, so she still had to fight this guy. If you have Fly, it is slightly faster to hit the girl because you don't have to see the guy walk over, but it's very negligible time save. You only have to fight that one guy facing up. Jax, taking a little bit of a slight detour around that. If you jump off, you can go above him and won't hit you. But I think Jax is gonna try.
They're gonna go east. They're gonna go east.
Oh, they're gonna go east and do a save reset. Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna save here. They're gonna go check out all the way up to Lake of Rage, and then they're just gonna reset back if they don't need anything over from there.
prismzetta has just been struggling with all the steel types all over the place. Not having steel coverage has been really the bane of his existence.
At this time for Prism, I think, like, I pull out unique strategies when it's time, and I feel like I'm going to lose time. I think Prism is going to go for some crazy one-checks. I think it has to happen at this point, because that main is not going to get him any faster than wherever Jax is exploring. If you see there's one item on Route 8 and you're going to go grab it, I think you go for it at this point. I think this is how you try and get that mini advantage over a consistent strat.
You're going to go for Route 8, but I think...
I just use that as an example. No one goes for Route 8. Route 8 is a lie. It's like the cake of Pokemon Crystal.
Hey, Route 8 has a berry tree, okay?
Okay, but that's the settings I play, not the settings we're playing here today, Snowbear.
Fair enough, fair enough. Jax is, I think, going back to Goldenrod.
They're gonna buy Rock Smash.
Right, Rock Smash, and hopefully some X items as well when you come back. We'll see. Zeta having much less of a problem against Jasmine. I say that is
the course was so thick. Oh my goodness.
Well, the problem is he's also taking the Sky attacks. You have the dig, so if they're using Sky attack, you dig. It's just the unfortunate part that, you know, Corsola is tanky and it increased its defense already by 1.
Getting into the mindset.
We got the attack boost on Metal Claw. Oh.
Value base 35 move. And now the Megahorn Heracross is here.
Oh!
Yeah. You know what the most disappointing thing is going to be? If Prism doesn't win this fight against Jasmine, and he comes back later to do this, and that
he's got it. He's got it. No, Jasmine's already paralyzed and already used. Jasmine has not used her her Hyper Potion. Oh boy.
Well.
I had more faith.
Oh boy.
I had more faith. Oh my goodness. Please no.
But you gotta think Prism's position, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be like, oh my gosh.
Well, it's not even that. It's the matter is now you're thinking about, my goodness, my carries are bad. How good are Jax's carries? Am I behind? Are they already through Tin Tower? Because they're both suspecting it. Neither of them can get through it right now. I think that's why Jax is just trying to search around for some better moves, just some hints to items, or grabbing certain things that's going to get them an advantage over Prism, when they don't even know that Prism's kind of stuck in a hole. But this Rock Smash is going to come in right now, doesn't get anything so far.
It is in logic, though. All of those Rock Smash items are in logic completely because of Flash as well.
I missed it. Did Jax grab Rock Smash?
Yes. Jax went back and got some X items as well.
It's a good check there. The Miracle Seed check, of course, after you receive Zephyr Badge.
That is correct.
Still had nothing, but that's fine. It's a check. Yeah, now the play is 45. 46. 46.
Yeah, and Jax already saved at the fork in the road, so we're all good there. Honestly, in this case, teaching explosions at Espeon would also be something smart, because Jax last centered in Ekritique, and you might want explosion anyways. So
yeah, I guess with animations off, explosion and wiping is faster than
well, it's a quick
resetting.
Teleport back if there's any items you need that are absolutely needed, that are here. But other than that, we'll get some music briefly.
This is gonna be interesting if something was in here. But so far, 2 out of 3 items not looking great. What's number 3? Hyper Potion. There's 2 more outside in between 2 level 19 trainers.
I think they're level 16, actually.
The point being, Sludge Bomb, not enough.
Yeah,
That's a
nothing.
physical
So
move.
just
We're
quick-
out of here. Prism would love that.
Yeah. Alright, so we're getting 1 more item check in Burn Tower, which I believe Zetta or prismzetta already did. Definitely missed what it was.
Have you ever seen people grind for these events? Because I feel like we're about to have a lot of... Something has to break. Either you buy X items and you start going for the sages, or you
I
gotta
haven't
do something.
seen grinding, but the X items are are the key to what you're going to be doing. So
But have they been picked up by either person?
Jax has picked up X items.
Okay.
prismzetta has not.
I don't blame Prism at this point. You're not thinking about
And
X,
honestly,
you're
at
thinking
this
about
point, even
number
if
1.
Jax struggles on the first fight, I would personally be willing to take a wipe if you get at least love or 2 for the experience. To help push it through. I believe with how the calculations are, there's a couple number, like depending on what level what number your level ends on, you get extra stats at certain points. I believe it's like 3, 5, and 8, I believe? Well, wipes are only expensive if you have cash in the first place. You'll
It's
have
true.
plenty of money
You
later
run a lot of
on.
pauper runs until you just decide these 7 elixirs are not that important.
The other thing is that you
Skip!
have... Although, prismzetta taking the walk of shame, not even biking in this gym.
Okay.
My goodness, I
Okay,
can't
but
condone
understand,
this.
can you bike that? Are you able to bike that, Snow Bear?
In this speed choice, absolutely.
Well, you know what? You're brave. I would also walk this. In fact, I do walk this.
This is
the only
this is the
place I
walk of
walk.
shame. This is the walk of shame.
You hold that shame
No,
with pride, my
no,
man.
no true rando fan of this will take that walk of shame. You need to bike. If you take a fall, you take a fall and you go back. But walking is absolutely treasonous. It's heresy.
I am going to
none
add
of this.
lore to Prism's experience. The bike was walked alongside Prism on the path. He's taking his time so he doesn't drop it into the infinite abyss, which wherever that goes, I have no idea.
It goes right back to the start of the gym, clearly.
Yeah, but that's really scary. Do you ever think about why that happens? How does that happen?
Especially
Especially in Hard Gold Soul Silver, where you have like an actual death pit. Like it looks like Dust Noirs live under there and they all just have the maw open. We're on 3rd stage at least for Jax here, so there is going to be some kind of progress happening.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I
Well, there's
said something.
no, it's progress that has to be here because.
I'm saying if they can actually get through this fight.
Oh, don't get
Because if
through
they
it.
can't, well,
Maybe.
look, I was a little concerned. We've been having a little bit of issues with a good main struggling, a bad main definitely struggling. Like, you know, we're spooked a little bit.
I think the Pokemon are both very good at this point. The problem is their movesets, and Jax is definitely in a better position than prismzetta.
100%. The Arcanine needs a lot of work. It took a lot of work to get it as well, so a lot of time has been invested just to do the most straightforward of in-logic checks.
So we have a Celebi here, as called out by the chat. Absolutely, I agree with Jax doing. Just catch it.
Yeah,
You're not gonna kill it. It's gonna take too long. Or
kill you.
can take a wipe,
Kill
and you can take a wipe, and it won't appear again. You don't have to come back.
Oh, it's taking
it
its
seems
dear
it's
sweet
not getting
time
the
as well.
ball.
It's teasing. We have Prism's going to... Okay, so the Great Equalizer. Because now Prism is going to try and get through the 3 sages. If Prism can make a little bit more progress up Tin Tower faster somehow, I highly doubt it. Okay, well, Celebi's gone. My whole thing is done. But the point being, if Prism can get through this quickly, then at least he'll be able to catch up to a little bit that Jax has kind of done, because Jax has done a lot of side checks, so they have gone out of their way, and that time that's been lost, maybe Prism will find something as important here and almost put them, because Prism, I think, has gotten all the badges.
Oh, please don't switch
got...
to the Celebi. Please don't. No, please.
Okay,
I think it's just a repel buddy, but
No.
we did have some digging wars going on Prism's side there. But, there's Drill Peck. That's gonna help Prism a lot more.
Oh, you got Aeroblast and elixirs. And PP ups.
That's true, that's true. But he didn't teach Aeroblast, so...
Oh, fair. Either way.
But anyways, we'll see what progress has to be here. There's gonna be something here. I mean, we had the
item finder.
That's
Huge progress. Huge
We can
progress.
find hidden items right now, guys.
If this was Pokemon Red, after 12 checks, you're going to Cerulean Cave.
Yeah.
I just realized something for Prism here, too. The good thing for him is, a lot of these Pokemon don't have good defense. So it actually pays off a little bit. I think he's going through these fights faster than Jax did.
Oh no, he is, absolutely. Arcanine is a very solid Pokemon, and much less for.
There it is.
We got Surf, and that's the worst location of it because you still have to take that bike down.
Wait.
You can't save reset it.
Wait. Oh, they don't have Glacier Badge. I was gonna say Prism could just go Whirl Islands.
Well, I
My
don't think they have the
favorite
Silver
place.
Wing either, but.
Do you need Silver Wing to get in there?
Well, no, just to get the 60.
Oh, you don't need the 60. Just go to Whirl Islands. Whirl Islands is always the play.
When I do a Plando, putting the item right there in that middle of that staircase is my favorite place to do it because it just teases you. You're like, oh, I just gotta do the save because you're always planning on the save reset. I'm not sure if I don't think the save reset actually says.
He went for the XP, or just to weaken it, I guess. Trying to get the para.
Ooh, that's like a 75% chance of catching at like close to 50% HP, so that's unlucky from prismzetta.
Well, he's got it.
But Jax is resetting. I'm not sure I agree with that save reset. I don't think it actually saves time overall with how the biking is, but it might save a little bit of time.
Time save is time save.
But anyways, they're most definitely going to be rushing Mahogany Rockets at this point. When you have Surf, when you just unlock Surf, the biggest place for you to get items is absolutely Mahogany Rockets. And we have the Ho.
Yeah, especially if you find like Plain Badge in there, and then you've just got a lot of things you can just go do.
We got Blastoise, you know? That's a solid main switch.
That is that's a Prism look. That's a Prism poke, not a Jax poke. I think they're pretty happy with the Espeon.
I mean, B for bulky water type, but honestly, I think Jax only has the Cell B because of, you know, it's just a repel buddy. That's what I'm hoping.
I mean, aren't the Pokemon in here though only level 26 or something? I don't think they're that high.
Yeah, but the Espeon was already fainted at that point.
Oh, it's definitely a repel body. I'm just thinking like,
it's about 26, yeah.
Okay, Prism's
and then
gonna be
Prism
really
gets
happy
the
to see
bad
that.
news that, oh no, Surf is right there. Take your bike back around. So
at least they know, or Prism knows, that Jax had to do that too.
Absolutely.
And that was early on, which means Prism could take a potential guess thinking, maybe Jax is having as bad luck as I am with my mains, and they weren't able to get through the stages that easily either. So that might ease it up a little bit, because now I think especially if you're Prism, you can start thinking about, all right, what places could I go that maybe Jax is just going to try and go through consistently, where I could just try and get an advantage and just get lucky. Because I have HM06. The moment you find Glacier Badge, you go to Whirl Islands. That's what I'm always going to say.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that Prism has that over Jax because he went to Kanto already, so that's definitely something to keep in mind.
Oh, man, imagine Glacier Badge ends up in Rockets, because then Prism knows that you can just check Whirl, and then you could also go to, like, if for some reason...
Well, if he goes... Actually, he would know that Storm Badge would not be in Whirl Islands unless the pass shows up, actually.
Well, it'd be HM02, but...
Or it wouldn't be Fly, but it wouldn't...
It's
that would be another
15 checks, something like that.
That's absolutely a lot of checks, and it's in the light as well.
There are 4 things in Crystal Randomizer: death, taxes, Whirl Islands is always the play, and you go for the biggest amount of checks, regardless of logic. That's how I lose all of my matches. But the point being...
That's a different list than me. For me, it's death, taxes, and encounters on Route 36. But...
Of course it goes to a different list. You're better than me at this game. I Nuzlocke. I just pretend to be a speeder. Waterfall.
Waterfall. Ooh.
Waterfall outside Mount Morer. That's kind of a tease.
That is indeed a tease. No, I definitely agree with you, though. Checking the most... you want to go to the most item-dense places. You want to go to the places that are the quickest checks. And that's absolutely how you play these randos. And then there's, once it gets towards the end, you kind of have the guessing game of which bad check is it. So
I'm really curious. I think Prism is gonna go the same way going to Mahogany Grunts. I'm just really curious what's gonna happen after, depending on what you get. Because I don't know if Jax doesn't have anything that brings them anywhere else. Right? They have to go find something else. Oh my god, it's Glacier Badge. Oh my god, no. Oh no, it's Glacier Badge on Red Gyarados.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be.
Hello.
Oh, Raikou, why you have to be right there?
That's not the Paradox Raikou I know about.
Hey, whoa! I didn't know we were doing spoilers here.
There's no spoilers. It was inevitable.
That is true. That's true. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Jax actually checked the inside mortar items. They checked the surf items, but I don't think they checked the stair items on both sides.
I don't think both sides. I think I got one. I don't know about the other side. Maybe. I'm not sure. Point being though, this is gonna be interesting. I'm really invested. I'm only super hyper focused on Prism just because of how much time's been spent to get a good Pokemon going, and I'm curious about his mental state. Thinking like, he's gonna find Glacier, but he doesn't have Fly, so he's gonna do Grunts. I don't know.
Well, I think in this case, absolutely gonna. But I think he's gonna know that it might be a little bit of a relief because you're thinking, oh man, I couldn't do Jasmine. I spent so long trying to get main. But knowing when you get Glacier Badge, that's like, aha, that is important progress that I have that I'm pretty sure my opponent does not have. I think at that point, his play will most likely be to start, once he has, because he knows that can't be in Fly Logic, but to most likely check that area. Unfortunately, hits the Pokemon. I believe that's the Pokemaniac guess.
Yeah, we're just playing Crystal Bingo, 10 Pokemaniacs, easy peasy, no big deal.
Exactly.
Nothing to see here. We're good.
But I think he does do Whirl Islands like right after he gets Fly.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh yeah. You have to know by like, it's just a random check that you found taking the SSN, but like you gotta go there. It's just.
I mean, that's progress. It's too many items, and it's just, oh my gosh.
But it's inevitable. It's.
All right, so Prism is gonna start. He's gonna toss an item to get that full restore. Full restores are actually pretty nice. Jax definitely making sure to press that computer switch. It's just weird to me. I guess it wasn't always common knowledge, I guess, for people that you can just press the computer. Although it's been a while since I played Gold, Silver when I was a kid. I don't remember if I did that as well.
I definitely didn't because I had no idea. I don't even remember if that scientist hints at the button. I think it's just kind of there.
It might be. It's such a strange thing. I think, actually no, as a kid I definitely don't think I ever did, but you know, it's always an interesting kind of proposition, kind of thinking about, you know, when you're doing, for example, a co-op and there's like an item right there, sometimes you kind of wonder if it's faster not to press the button, and like if it's the item that's right after the button, or not right on by the statue. And I believe it's still faster to press the button because then you don't have to deal with everyone, the two trainers running in and the 5 pokes versus 3 pokes.
Free time loss on Jax's side with the Jinx cry.
That'll be on both sides soon.
So what? Okay, so if Fly isn't here, where could it be? We'd have to get something like.
Okay.
We'd have to get like a Bugsy cut thing going, or we gotta get a Rising Badge.
No, we could most likely, if it's not directly in here, it is gonna be plain badge locked, and it's gonna be probably either. It's probably gonna be, if I had to guess, either Waterstone Chamber or the Flash Chamber.
Regal Union Cave also exists. If we get plain badge, it could be.
Yeah. Oh, and we have Pokegear in here.
What's
right?
it called?
I mean, it can be all over the place, honestly. It can be all the way to Tojo Falls at this point, because we have Fog Badge and Surf.
Don't say
it can't be up the waterfall,
commentate.
but it can be there.
Is that what you want, Snowbear?
Absolutely. I love a trip down towards Elm. Especially when you've already been there before.
Oh, I mean, we're both senpais. It was planned. It was written. We're both Rocket members. We're both senpais, and we're both commentating on this lovely night. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Absolutely.
For tonight's match. There's gonna be many matches coming your way. The tournament has been very exciting so far. If you're interested in playing Crystal Full Item Rando, there are a ton of knowledgeable people that you can hit up and watch to play a Snow Bear ROM and see how much they didn't want to actually play that day. They didn't realize that till too late.
As Shawnee has pointed out, actually, it's been a little while for True, but we have it modified so you don't actually have to talk to the Rockets after you fight them. You just fight them.
Are you?
I think it's such a small little thing that we've had for a while.
When were you gonna tell me this?
This was done at least a year ago.
Because I've forgotten about them to talk to them.
I think that's exactly why it was implemented. In fact, I think ERC implemented it a long time ago because everyone kept doing the backtrack of shame. But yes, you still have to talk to the Murkrow at the end. Sorry, there's all these patch notes. I think V8 has a bunch of patch notes based on that. Although this might have been pre-731 as well, so I don't remember when this was actually added. Sorry, folks, if you're just learning that now, years later. We have lots of QOL things that are sort of hidden in there. Like if you, for example, didn't realize, we've had it so that you no longer have to accept the item in your bag from the Rock Smash guy for you to be able to buy Rock Smash. That's also true with Headbutt and Sweet Scent as well.
Snowbear, I need you to write an entire dissertation on every change that you're not telling me. Because I read those patch notes and I obsess and I'm like, I'm gonna be as efficient as I can. There's nothing happy right here. We're just killing off some electrode batons.
Wait, there's an electric type on here? In my rando?
Magnets! Magnets are awesome!
Oh, you're right. Did you know you can bike indoors now?
I can see
If it wasn't obvious
yeah, no,
now.
I saw that. I definitely figured that one out when it says bike indoors in the settings.
One of the small things, though, you may not realize that if you can get the bike phone call in Ilex Forest because, well, you can also get... You could always get in the light. You could get in the lighthouse because that has reception, but normally the forest doesn't have reception. So that's a little small tidbit that, because of how bike indoors is, you get phone reception everywhere.
3 years after Gen 1, where they couldn't figure out crit mechanics, but they figured out the real life concept that you cannot get phone calls in a forest. Pokemon is a marvelous game. There's nothing going on here. We're gonna see Jax going into Price's gym. Looking for like something.
Mostly, besides the fact that they get Pokegear here, I think it's...
Oh, it's Pokegear,
yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Prism always had that. There hasn't been much. Is that Meme or Snowbear?
No, there's been nothing. Cleanse Tag was on Lance.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. No, not even like good TMs that I saw or anything like that.
I think at this point we're starting to get hinted towards at least Splash Chamber. Or there's also Violet Surf. There's Soft Sand Girls.
Soft Sand Girls.
I hear Montebank staring in his sleep. Oh, someone mentioned Soft Sand Girls. Oh.
So who does this benefit now? Because I feel like Prism has caught up in power levels to being able to clear. Does this give Prism's kind of a, like, if the checks are combat-based advantage, that it's going to be over Jax now?
I think Jax has... the advantage over Jax is negligible now at this point because Jax has Surf on Espeon. And honestly, that's pretty much what you need to deal with most of it.
But that is a positive because Prism was in a huge time deficit.
Yeah, I think Prism's definitely made up a lot of time. And it's going to be... I think the way Prism has his time made up is that he's already been to Kanto.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, now
already
Prism's got access to Whirl Islands, basically. And on top of that, Like, going from a huge deficit to almost even is probably going to be the best thing that Prism could be hoping for if he knew how far behind he was to Jax at some point. So.
Yeah. Although at this point, Jax has been a lot more efficient with clearing. And it's kind of hard to tell who's in the lead. I mean, Jax has done a lot of clearing, but unfortunately hasn't really brought in the progression. But they have the clear checks cleared more efficiently.
I think it's gonna depend on what these checks are up here. If it's just something where you just go straight through a bunch of things, get a plain badge, get something like that, HMO2, then yeah, Jax is gonna have that firm advantage simply because they didn't have to worry about fixing up their team, and they are moving a lot faster than Prism has been able to do. But if it doesn't, then it's still
Here's what Prism's hoping for. Prism's hoping that the pass is around somewhere here, because
or that it's a huge line of agents.
Well, no. Well, if the pass is around, that means that Whirl Islands is back on the table. And that means...
because that's right. Fly is only restricted in
by boat.
If you're only by boat.
Yeah. But also Route 44, and not Mission Part locked. But that's gonna be the biggest thing for Prism, is if he finds the pass.
What if it's 7 badges? What if it's 7 badges, no card key?
Oh.
Why would I say that? Because I just want to see. I legitimately actually want to see 2 very skilled trainers go through that. I want to see it. Triple kick TM. What else we got here?
But it looks like right now.
Vive.
Look, right now, I may have spoken a little. Oh, wait, Jax is gonna be. Wait a second. I kind of want that floor store. I've been having a hard time with these fights.
It's good to make a slot for when you buy them in the future, if you end up in Victory Road. Or
but it definitely looks like we are gonna have to head all the way towards Elm. This is what I was waiting for, guys.
I think they're gonna clear Waterstone Chamber first.
Oh yes. Well, not Waterstone. You can't do Waterstone Chamber.
Ho Chamber, my apologies.
Can't do Ho Chamber either. You need to
they're doing bottom of
Union.
No,
they can.
Yeah, they can. They could do Union as well.
I was just watching the other race, and I thought it was a really neat thing. I didn't really think about it before, that with Ho Chamber, you could just, if you don't have escape ropes or you need to do it, you can simply take the puzzle or take the back entrance down and go out that way. And you would think I've done these enough to do that, but I'm always so used to coupling Ho Chamber with the rest of the other checks. I forget that that's way out.
You're a veteran and you're stuck in your old ways, and that happens. That's okay.
Are you calling me old and crotchety?
I'm calling you a veteran. When did I say those words that are totally not linked to those descriptors? Coin case found. Nothing's going to be happening on that. Just a nice little dead key item here for Jax. What are they going to find behind the only... Oh, Volcano badge. That's a 6th badge. Is that a... No. Wait. And we had access to a 7th badge.
Well, yes. 7th badge, though, is out of Fly logic, though. Prism is going back for Jasmine. He goes, I want my revenge.
Close.
Ooh, okay, so unfortunately with Jax, when did that, you need to dip down to the bottom, because if you just go straight from how you do it like that, you'll always hit them.
You could just admit that trainer sucks.
Yes.
That trainer's not fun.
And Link is not the paralyzing move we're looking for. Unlucky indeed.
Prism about to receive a couple of disappointing checks here after coming back to Jasmine. What are we getting? Are we getting?
Well, you know what's still in logic? We're getting Whirl. And you know what's also in logic? Secret potion checks in logic.
Secret potion check in the pharmacy. Oh man.
Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this.
I've waited for the day where actually not joking about Whirl Islands matters.
This is huge. This is out of Fly logic, but
you get enough stuff. Who cares?
Exactly. This is where and it doesn't even hurt because you're doing it with Flash. With Flash.
Snowbear, serious question. Serious question. Well, let me check what Jax is getting here first, before they take advantage and take all the wind out of my sails. Ultra Ball and something good. Nothing. Okay.
Yes, very good.
Do you think Do you think there can be tendencies in very particular organization of logic and seeds where people hyper-focus on fly, or can you never overly hyper-focus on fly?
Absolutely, people hyper-focus on fly,
So
and I think this is a huge play. I like this play.
I think the sheer amount of checks you can get in Whirl Islands supersedes being able to fly anywhere you need to, because at this point, you're already in the places you could go anyways. If you get Plain Badge or anything like that, you're going to Chuck and check in Cyanwood. If you're not going to get Fly, you can go back to Kanto, you can go anywhere else. Like, you can make things happen from here, and if you get any other progressive things, a 7th badge, let's say, and card key or something like that, you're making more cards. There's a radio card right there for Prism. It's already happening. Whirl Islands.
I see. My thing is honestly, my thing is that you sometimes. Ooh.
Yeah, keep
sometimes
going, Snowbear.
you have to. Sorry. Sometimes you have to be willing to play these risks. And I think there was one ideal thing is where I struggled. There was one seed I went into Kanto, just got SSC, and I got the Storm Badge right in Kanto. I was like, what in the world? And honestly, that's the kind of thing we're hoping here to see, is that Pass was available somewhere around here, and that all of this is in fly logic.
At the same time, there is the card key, 7 badges. We have the Rocket Tower. It's happening, Snowbear.
Oh,
we're gonna see some divergence in decision making.
I do
right
like this
now.
also leaving with Prism. What he's doing is he's getting this simple escape rope point so you can go quickly to Cyanwood. I like that.
Jax
Although it'd be even better if you were comfortable doing the dark movement for the last 2 items, but that's a minor nitpick.
Nonetheless, we have Jax going back to check the Rainbow Wing check here on Elm. HM01 and Hive Badge.
Oh, this is huge!
Oh, please.
Well, it's not the Rainbow Wing check. This is just Tojo Falls, and
Tojo Falls, but it doesn't matter. Did you just see what we got?
This is huge. This play is big. So I think at this point, Jax is gonna find out that Pass is right here.
Oh no, is that true? Is that gonna happen? Nope, nothing.
But we got one more check. It's either Pass or Storm Badge, or no, Pass or Fly. It's either Pass or Fly.
That's true. We have seen everything else. Well, no, did we see everything else?
Oh no, we haven't seen Soft Sand Girls.
We haven't seen Soft Sand
and
Girls. And the Island. Island has one on there too, right?
Yeah,
before
that's
Soft
true.
Sand Girls. Did they actually have names?
And we're getting Secret Potion right now. Oh, Mean Look!
Pharmacy
Oh my gosh!
exists. Pharmacy does exist. It's
Why?
Prism
Please
has an enormous lead.
Absolutely. See, this is game changer because he went back because he failed to beat Jasmine the first time, but it's paid off because this is such an out-of-the-way check. This is huge. I think Prism's gonna be like, oh my god, this is like amazing. Because not only did he just get all this progress in Whirl Islands, he can be pretty dang sure that he's gone fly very close to Jax, or if not before Jax, because that is one of the few checks you do not go back there, especially if it's one check all the way over there, and
Are they?
if you've already done Jasmine, why would you go back? That's one check that's so far away.
Snowbear, they're doing basement.
Well, this is early basement. I like this too, because you have 6 badges. You have 6 badges. This is not in logic. It is in logic for Prism, but what this means is that you're banking on a 7th badge being in here, so that before you talk to the false directors, that you can just get all the items in one go. I didn't think we'd see early basement this ROM. I didn't think we'd see it at all, considering all the struggles, but you know, you have the levels now, and you might as well.
We said we needed Prism to make a play to outscale the Jax in the top lane. And it's happened.
What, are we League of Legends now?
We League of Legends now! I know a lot, but I'm not gonna leave. We're League of Legends now. The point being, Prism has made up for the time tax for finding a main. Now has they're going for Crazy Full item random.
Yeah, we can see some of those veterans that still go for the berry trees and hidden items.
But nonetheless, this is a huge time makeup there. Jax is hoping for something to take some kind of advantage back. If only they knew. This is the thing, is they don't know. We know. And we're just sitting here being like, oh my god, Prism's a genius! But at the same time, we have no idea because he made the call. The call paid off. If we didn't see the 15 checks be anything fruitful, then we would have been like, well, Prism just wasted his time. But, like, at the same time,
this is a big gamble. I think you were saying that even if you didn't get Fly right there, World Islands is a treasure chest. Self-destruct. This is where explosions chests would be really nice to be able to explode and keep going back and forth. But... oh, yeah, no, Jax, you don't have 7 badges quite yet.
That's okay. It's probably just their muscle memory kicking in.
Absolutely.
Oh, they're stuck here too. That's right. Oh, yeah.
That's what the dig is for.
Oh, the dig. That's right.
You just dig from underneath.
This game is.
But this is huge though, because I mean, with World Islands having radio, hive, and cut, that's so much access.
You know what the worst part is too for Jax? They don't even have Whirlpool yet. They have to go to the SSN to grab that. To then come back.
I don't think Jax is gonna go out of Fly logic like that. I think Jax is gonna stay within logic, and you know sometimes
Fly.
I mean, it's gonna be a while. I mean, Jax is gonna be like, wait a second, I've got all these other checks, and it's gonna be really unfortunate because you know at the end of the day, it's just gonna be coming down to that one unlikely check. So that's huge though for this.
Randomizer truck.
Trencha is right that they're not going to go back, but that's unfortunately the last locationing Fly. Honestly, when you have Storm Badge, sometimes you kind of think this is what I like to do. Is I like to see if I can sometimes play Flyless, just pretend that you're going to go Flyless because Fly can be a troll like it is right now.
And that's exactly what Prism did. Prism said, you know what? I've lost a lot of time. I gotta go. And he did, and now he's been paid in spades. There's not even an Excadrill in this game. It's ridiculous how much this is gonna matter. And for Jax, they're going through the motions, but this is exactly the picture we were trying to paint. You get Storm Badge that early. I hate Storm Badge or HMO2 that early because I think it just truly plays on your mind thinking, if I play this out by the logic, I'm gonna get it, and you don't go for other things. And I guess for Prism, because the main was bad too, that was just his moment to say, you know what, let's just go for it. He's gonna get his Volcano badge now, and he's up, what is it, 3 badges now? 3 badges?
Yeah, he's cruising right now, and I think part of this is gonna be huge, because not only can he do this, he can do Radio Tower, and honestly, I'm thinking that if Plane Badge is not Radio Tower, although, oh, you know what? With this early basement key, there's no way it's a red herring. I think Plane Badge is on Director in the basement. They're just absolutely. That's my call there. This is kind of just mind blowing, and I think at this point Jax is like, oh no.
The biggest advantage.
I have one check in logic. I think it's gonna just haunt a little bit, and it's just. I think when you realize that your last checking Fly, that's the brutal part, because it really gets you, because you're like, wait, did I forget a check here? You know, it can't be the pharmacy, can it? No, it must, like, the odds of it being there are so slim. I mean, technically, Fly could also be, in this case, for Jax, Fly could also be False Director.
The unfortunate thing here for Jax, even them taking that optional
just doing
fight,
that, but
right?
That's just,
There's going to be the thing is you're gonna go past World Islands, you're gonna get Fly and go. Okay, I can Fly and go do checks, but I only have 6 badges. Where do I go next, right? The amount of thinking that Jax now has to go through heavily outweighs what Prism can do, because Prism has Radio Tower and all these overwhelming checks that he can go for. But for Jax, now they're gonna be like, well, I have the Fly, but what do I do next? Once I start seeing things like that, I always talk about this every time I commentate. Mental games matter, right? When you start going into the position that Jax is in, like not even going for a faster thing, that you start autopilot, you start hemorrhaging little bits and pieces of seconds here and there. And when Prism was that far behind, and now is that far ahead, and you know that Prism could be capable enough to crush the rest of the seed, it can destroy your play, and it's not even like It's not even could be the seed's fault. It's just you are thinking about, man, it was at pharmacy, and now I got to figure out where to go from here. And you're going to be looking at your tracker and going, I could go back, and now I got to go to Kanto, and oh no, it was over here, now I'm going to go here. Like, it's just all this backtracking, and that can really weigh on you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it definitely affects your mental game with this kind of thing, and it's not even Jax's fault. This was just very unfortunate. The seed just turned out to be brutal.
Yeah, this is a very unlikely position. This fly is finally picked up here for Jax. The last check. Jax is gonna have to motor. We'll see if they immediately know exactly where they want to go.
I think Jax is gonna start doing all sorts of interesting checks. I think at this point you're like, oh no, I most definitely got fly second.
And there it is, right? Again, a miss menu putting it on there. Figured out where to go. It's going to be going to Kanto. It makes the most sense for them because they have the surf. They have everything they need to do to get some checks going. Meanwhile, Prism taking over Rocket Tower away from Rocket themselves. Becoming a mob boss here in his own right.
Well, hold on. This is filled with senpais. I think this is an anime club.
Sifu Master, my apologies. Sifu. Becoming the Sifu. Not the seafood. Sifu. Shout out to all you Ganachi sayers out there. It's gnocchi. Gnocchi. Bruschetta. Not whatever you call it that could toe the line of the TOS of this channel. Bruschetta. Sorry, I had to take that moment to
Absolutely. I am just living it. This is the kind of seed that I didn't know I wanted to see. I knew I wanted to see when I saw the early storm badge. I was a little bit nervous, but this is definitely what I want to see now.
and the other thing, you have to think about this too, right? When Prism came here, Prism wiped. Jax is gonna win this fight. The time and difference is gonna be worse here for Jax. So there's gonna be all these tiny little time hemorrhages, and you don't want to see where it's even footing on red, and then it happens because somebody takes the last check location and wins with it. Because that can, I'm not just, what's the format? Double elimination? Single elimination? How's it go?
Well, right now this is Swiss, so we have Swiss style, so there's 6 rounds, and then we have the top cut.
People can say as much as they want, they shake this off, but if you lose to a last location check, that's where the real mental fortitude comes through for the best of the random. You gotta be ready to hundo, you gotta be ready to be behind, you gotta be ready to run a jump fluff. It's just written in the stars for you to be the best that you could ever be. You gotta get through this. A loss like this, if it was a loss, not a loss yet, we have no idea. Jax can still pull this out, no problem.
It's a little bit early to call this.
But that is like doom thinking. It's doom thinking. You don't want to see it. We're not seeing it yet, but there are things going through. Soul Badge is going to be picked up here. Whirlpool soon.
So I think you have it straight on, and I as much as once again, I think I've been telling people is that, I mean, that was the biggest advice Monty gave to me, and it's been things I've been really taking, is that when you play a seed, you aim to full clear, but leave room for blitzing.
Was that a mystery egg?
Yes, that was.
That was a mystery egg. Interesting. Oh, and that's so much easier because now Rainbow Wing and mystery egg can be done at the same time.
Oh, and there's the pass.
Very lucky for them not to be sent. Very lucky for them not to be sent over to Kanto to do this thing. We're gonna be looking at the false director.
They didn't have enough badges.
Well,
they did not have enough badges.
That's why they weren't sent on a wild goose chase, requiring a whole lot of things all over the place. Not that they need that pass anymore, but a bit of a sigh of relief. Both of them holding the fly.
Yeah.
Jax is now definitely... See, here's the thing. How far does Jax go? Because now Jax knows they have fly, so they could go a little bit higher into Cerulean, try and get a couple more things going, potentially just try and get that fly point. I think I watch a lot... Okay, you do get it no matter what. I thought you had to go one step higher, but...
Nope, you get it right as soon as you get that. That's all okay.
Trying to remember if that was ever a problem where it was forgotten to go up one more to get that. Yeah, he's gonna fly. They're gonna fly all the way back.
It is very easy though to not quite get the future fly point. It is after the trainer fight. It's like quite a few tiles afterwards. It's actually really crazy. But yeah, I like this. Jax is like, okay, no hesitation. I'm going to Whirl. I need to go now.
They teach Whirlpool twice? Did
I
see something?
No, that was Waterfall.
No, I saw Waterfall and I saw Whirlpool. Did they teach another thing before that? Were they trying to teach Flash?
Yes, Flash.
I could just be misseeing, but I don't actually know if they clicked on Flash.
I don't know. Although Jax is taking an interesting route here.
This is the farther route. You want to go up and through the middle?
Yeah, you want to go through. You want to go through the top or the mid, right straight through the middle. And it's actually a lot more careful-minded, because you'll go by the spinners, but as long as your repel text doesn't wear out, you'll be fine. It is a very close call though on the second spinner. If your repel text runs out as you're going there, you need to wait.
We have a rainbow badge here for Prism.
Oh my goodness, where was that? Where was that? Sorry.
I don't know. I'm just listening to chat. I trust chat. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was watching Jax.
I was watching Jax. I was also watching Jax die for a while.
Oh, false director had false director. Oh my gosh! They could have.
Director?
Yes, false director had it, so they could have been baited the entire time. They could have been baited.
Yeah, if they had actually gone to. Oh boy. Well, you know what?
Well, actually, no. That would have been 7 badges. Card. I don't remember where card key was. No, card key was.
Islands. It's in World
okay,
Islands.
No, you
so
wouldn't have been
baited.
No, you wouldn't have been baited.
Because they got the 7th badge here. They got the card key. They got HMO1.
Yeah.
So everything was. That's why I'm saying like pass after the fact is.
Oh yeah, the pass after the fact. Yeah.
Although it does feel like Jax is clearing World Islands a little bit quicker, so they can.
It's a little bit more efficient to do this clearing the way Jax is doing, saving a couple of items for the trip back. Storms has a very good video of how to efficiently clear this. There's the card key.
They're definitely gonna.
And then you get this. Normally, actually, you want to get that item right above 2 at the end, but after doing that loop, but Jax did do it before.
I wouldn't fault anyone if they didn't have their own perfect path to get through Whirl Islands. It's Whirl Islands. You enjoy the ride.
My path through Whirl Islands actually depends on a couple of things, on how desperate I am for the 60, and if I'm doing this in the dark. Because I have a totally different path in the dark, where I minimize my backtracking by going from the Lugia's room to collect the bottom items, and then getting the top items.
Director was a red herring.
Oh.
Was a red herring.
That basement key.
Nothing. Red herring, is that the correct? It was a.
Yes, that is correct. That basement key was just bait.
It was all a sham. Well, you got the old rod, so you can retire fishing afterwards.
That's really interesting, though. You're given a basement key. Normally, when you're given progress items, or early on, normally they mean something.
You know what they mean? They mean you're listening to your brain too much. You have to listen to your heart. Listen to your rando heart. This randomizer ice cream truck has been driving around the neighborhood for 16 blocks waiting for them to go to pharmacy. So, like...
Alright, so Prism is taking advantage of the fact that he is here right now and getting his X items. A little excessive with like 21 X items, but honestly, you've got the money, you got the time, no problem.
You just push up, or you push to the right, you gotta grab your items. Your money's gonna be in a decent enough spot.
So
the only thing they're missing is 4 stores.
Yeah, Jack's checking the cut checks right now. Like a rage stuff. No progress items that I saw there at all.
No, nothing up there.
Nope. Prism going to do...
Prism gonna check Tojo, then come back and check with Elm, I suppose?
I guess I would have held off in this case from Prism Start, because you're just Rising Badge away from being able to climb the waterfall.
I think when you've experienced this seed enough, you just start not believing anything, and you just go do checks that you can fly to. Because I don't think this is terrible, because you can fly back, you get 2 checks here, then you go to Elm, you get 2 checks there, because I guess he's looking at it as I have value because I have both Mystery Egg and Rainbow Wing.
Yeah.
So it's just like 4 instead of 3.
I don't think he turned in the Mystery Egg, though.
No, he's probably gonna do both at the same time. Can't you do both at the same time? You have to just leave.
Well, you can do. Well, you can turn in the Mystery Egg and do Rising Badge, but I think, yeah. But you have to actually go. That means you're doing another fly back, though. Or he's just not even turning the Mystery Egg in. Plain Badge Nice Path is a thing. I think a lot of people have known me to.
Oh boy.
Just dip into Route 44, even if you're missing one part.
Prism is on the 1 check warpath. Because how many checks are over here?
There's 1.
1 check.
No, hold on, there's Rock Tunnel and Logic 2 for him, so...
That's true, but it's there are a lot of things that could be done otherwise without this, especially when you don't have a machine part, right?
I kind of think this is okay of a play, because what you're doing is you're future planning. It is faster to go from Cerulean to the power plant if you to go back and turn it in. and then it is to go through all of Rock Tunnel, even if you don't have to do a fight. And
Simultaneously, I like what Jax is doing here.
But
it
is kind of weird to kind of do this from the start, but I guess if you know that you're going to be doubling back here anyways without the machine part, that it's worth just, if you have Flash, it's totally okay to do that. And oh, there's a Mineral Badge.
Mineral Badge in Rock Tunnel. I think maybe Jax is also thinking I can already fly over to Cerulean. If I find machine part in here randomly, now I have all the checks done, right? Because Prism already has access to go take on Mr. Hyuk Hyuk over there, and like it's no matter what. I think both of them have made the correct call here based on the direction of where they're trying to clear. Because again, they have that Cerulean fly point, and there's not going to be more checks than the other is going to find. We're finding a good rod in Rock Tunnel, nothing more.
Yes,
yeah, he says Hyuk Hyuk.
Yeah, I guess. So one of the things I guess I didn't point out. I guess chat definitely did correct correction. It's a Rising Badge, not the Rainbow Wing there.
Oh,
yeah, because normally when you show him the Rising Badge, he gives you a Master Ball.
Oh, Rainbow Wing's that dude that stands outside Tin Tower, right?
Rainbow Wing is the guy. Yeah, stands at the base of the tower. Yes.
I keep those. I get the Sage and the Professor confused. You have to excuse me. He just gives you a lot of stuff. He's such a nice guy.
You just have something against old folks, don't you?
No, no, because I don't think the Sages are that much older. No, I think Elm's way younger than the Sages. I love old people. Anyways,
I think
on the bright side, they're gonna find
Mr. Hyuk Hyuk is Bye Bye a Go-Go.
Oh, Bye Bye a Go. Well, he's Mr. Hyuk Hyuk to me. There's Nya Nya, Hyuk Hyuk, and Bye Bye a Go-Go.
He does say Hyuk Hyuk, I believe.
Yeah, he does say. I'm pretty sure he's the same guy, and he pairs with the Nya Nya guy.
This is all new terminology for me. I love it.
You've never actually paid attention to the Nya Nya guy talking to the Hyuk Hyuk guy when he says Bye Bye a Go-Go?
No.
Interesting. Either way, Prism's gonna be going south. Grab
I think that's because I've only played Gens 1 through 3.
That's fair. Well, that was in Gen 2. Yeah. Fishermen fishing inside a meteor, as Jax now making their way over to Saffron, gonna clear over to Celadon. Let's see what they end up doing.
I believe Jax is gonna skip on Erica and go all the way to Janine, Route 15.
Janine is a faster check on top of the fact that you can just fly back here if you have to do Erica. So yeah, I agree.
Exactly.
You just do the easier check. You just ride your way down. There's a couple of items on Route 15, 14, and 13 that you can go the opposite way to if you wanted to.
I didn't get a glance of any of those TM's descriptions. I would have been able to figure out. So
none of them that Prism went through, I think, were good.
Yeah,
I don't think.
A lot of the times, it's actually not. I don't think checking the Celadon TMs is all that good because all those TMs you end up getting elsewhere because it's all the weather moves and bizarre ones. It's TM 10 that's it's Hidden Power, Sunny Day, Rain Dance, which is TM 18, 10, 11, 18. There's also 17 and 37. So Sandstorm as well because there's. Well, that's normally from the house, but yeah.
I miss the soft-boiled person who used to be stuck on that tiny island in Celadon. It's like, hi, I'm just sitting here. Take this TM35. I don't know why I have this, but here, have it. There's like one Pokemon.
I mean, but instead you have the other guy who's stuck in Viridian behind the cut brush and the lake.
For years, that's in the lore. Prism once again. No, I was just gonna say, Prism's in the on the coattails of disappointment that Jax has already discovered. They're going to be taking on Janine.
Oh,
I think. Okay, Prism's doing the check now. Maybe he realized that he'd forgotten that he had Mystery Egg.
Probably was holding off.
It's very forgettable.
All right, so let's see what we get 5 of today. 5 Dragon Fangs. Wait, where are you pulling all those Dragon Fangs from?
Completely took the entire maw out of a Dragonite. Wow, that's pretty ruthless.
Also. Janine is not pulling any punches either way. Regardless,
oh man,
Prism is going in.
I'm so excited for Prism.
Prism's going into new territory for us. Route 44, doing stuff that I really like is that free checks. It's 3 checks here outside, 2 checks inside. You know, it's 5 quick, relatively quick checks. Unfortunately, it is risking double dipping, but. You know,
listen, but you know what? Pharmacy had Fly. Would it surprise you that Plain Badge is where Waterfall is?
Absolutely.
It would surprise you?
No, it wouldn't surprise me at all. At this point, I played enough toxic ROMs. Wherever the worst locations are, you're gonna whatever the worst location for an item is, it's gonna be there. I will straight up say toxic ROMs are a little bit more brutal than Snowbar ROMs in the fact that Snowbar ROMs give you progress little by little by little. Toxic ROMs gives you the whole entire map and says, have fun, you're gonna do all the bad checks anyways.
Nothing in Ice Path, so...
Alright, so we have Sabrina, we have Erica, we have Surge, and we have Misty in Route 25.
Also the Route 15 check,
which is a
Cascade badge.
Ooh,
oh boy, wow, Prism has not... I mean, Prism could make his way over. Maybe he's gonna take on Sabrina first, then make his way over to go to Janine, and just do those checks that way.
Looks like Jax is gonna just follow over what Prism just did and get those quick Route 44 Ice Path checks.
So
Prism
who do you think...
is canceling on Sabrina right now.
Yeah, I think this makes sense. You take on Sabrina, you don't have to come back here because he's already gone to Lavender. So you can just fly and clean up any checks over there. He goes down. Maybe he takes on Erica while he's here too, try and get that XP. Who do you think actually has the edge right now for taking this? Because they're both kind of back in neutral, and that kind of that advantage that Prism had, Jax has made up for the majority of the checks that Prism did before them?
It's hard to say. I think right now, if I had to say, Prism's done most of the tricky checks, and the fact that he's already done all of Radio Tower. He's already done, you know, the bulk of these longer checks. And right now he's just trying to wait for this tentacle to take care of the Celebi, I guess. This is just
he
revived
his thing, got him anyways.
Although Celebi took it out, but it's really hard to say right now because they're very close. You know, on one hand, Jax has a Cascade badge, but it's a very quick check to get, whereas the Rainbow badge is a little bit longer. But I think Jax is probably going to head to the Radio Tower right now, realizing, they're going back to standard. There's too many checks, and Jax also knows that they stranded stranded real director. So this is absolutely what they're gonna do.
It almost looked like they were just gonna try and do similar to what Prism was doing, but it just makes sense at this point when you're not finding anything on these random one-offs that you just go back to what you need to do. The tower is there, you unlock whatever you need to unlock. Take these trainers on, you're more than double their level at this point. You're gonna be okay. Well, not more than double, you're gonna be pretty close to being able to one or two shot home this Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. I think Prism, with that close call on Sabrina, is he really gonna attempt Erica right now? I guess right now, in this case, it's just kind of efficiently clearing it, but...
Prism and I need to race. I think we do the exact same routes. But yeah, no, I agree with this, though, because I think Prism now feels like he has a strong enough main. He's got the X items, right? You just take this on the off chance, because what he might be thinking is... Again, they might not know how... I don't know how much they know of each other playing, but he might be thinking, just the way that the seed's gone, why stop from just doing checks, right? We've already had this issue with Fly, and we had Whirl Island suddenly being the solution to this seed for a bit. And it just makes sense. It's like, let's just do everything on the way. After I clear Route 15, I just go back to whatever is left, right? Something has to be somewhere, and we've kind of seen everything, or almost everything along the way. What would be left after this once we see Erica? Because I believe we found everything east of Fuchsia.
Our breakout item right now is going to be either the expansion card or the plain badge.
Or even Rising Badge. Rising Badge could do it too.
Rising Badge would be a little bit, unfortunately. Rising Badge itself would unlock some of the items, but what we're looking for is these big areas, and the big areas of being West Kanto or, you know, Blackthorn area.
My concern is, I don't know if there's going to be just this big unlock. I feel like it could be a chain, considering how you receive both Hive Badge and HMOA in the same time. I feel like things are going to be kind of clumped.
Probably. I think with the Hive Badge cut, since Hive Badge and cut have not wielded anything,
yet,
that might be the
Erica could be the solution.
It could be. I think, in this case, it might be just we're getting expansion card next.
Nonetheless, though, that is access, and that's what we're looking for in this seed right now. Jax wheeling their way up Radio Tower, Squirtle being dumpstered by a giant fire dog.
Yeah.
What
I
a
mean, right
huge
now,
difference.
logic, basically right now, for those who are wondering in chat, logic could be anything. The biggest logic we were talking about was the fly logic that came into play early on. And, oh, that haircut stood no chance. Zed is like, I wanted my revenge on that. Oh, we have the marsh badge.
Oh, make it a double? Nope, just double. All right, just the marsh
I didn't see what
badge.
the other one was, but
I didn't. It wasn't anything.
So we've seen everything else except for now. We've seen everything except for Surge, Route 25, Fabulous Prize, Route 25, not the cut one, and Misty. So that's 4 items now that we're gonna see that can be our unlock.
And I feel like Prism's gonna get there first because we have Jax going through this tower.
Absolutely. I think Jax is not going to be going to Surge anytime soon. I think Jax is going to be looking at Erica at this point as well, because Erica is the most checks out of the things that with the least amount of the most efficient checks. Now that they've already done Janine and all that.
Yeah, they've got access to the entire world. It just makes sense for them to go for it. This gives me 2 versus that gives me 1.
Although if Jax is feeling especially behind, now's definitely the time to do Route 25. If you're thinking, I need just any play, Route 25 is very tempting.
It is. I don't know, because Jax, just based on what we've been seeing, it's very much been consistent. I wouldn't even be surprised if before Erica, maybe they fly over just to get that mystery egg checked, because like I just feel like they're gonna pick up a bunch of things, and then they're gonna have to start cleaning up, and then just eventually like just kind of get the scraps and then finish off after.
Skip the quick claw. Did Jax skip that pink bow girl? Not that it was an item, but
they made a double back. I don't know what happened there. My eyes kind of slipped.
And I got thrown off myself too. But yeah, this has definitely been interesting. Well, you know, it's been topsy-turvy. You know, Jax had the solid early game lead with that Espeon, and then Zeta made the really bold play to just go to Kanto, just saying, I don't trust this giraffe, not one bit.
And that's just the essence of Pokemon Randomizer. Like, there are just certain decisions you make because of necessity, and then all of a sudden the ROM's like, oh yeah, by the way, have this, and you're like, oh, thanks. You know, like that's just sometimes, you know, when you think about what play can you improve, like how do you become top player? You can become top player by having excellent movement and all the knowledge of all 251 Pokemon in this game. At the same time, you could just follow what is given you and just do it the quickest, right? You could be the best at what you're doing, even if it's one straightforward, completely unoptimized strategy. If it pays off, it pays off, as long as you're good at doing it, and Prism has been making as much as excellent movement as Jax has been making during their run as well, so it's definitely going to come. I think it's going to come down to the last few checks here. Once again have cleaned it, and it becomes down to those single checks. You can see Prism already going up to Route 25. They're going for the prize. They think it's the kill shot. The bright side here for Prism as well is the Arcanine started at a higher level, and it has been leveling up quite well. Usually your Pokemon, when you're going into Mount Silver, will be around low to high 50s. More likely
level 53, 54, with the fact that you have 7 candies in these. But this is definitely solid, because they've actually been killing a lot of fully evolved Pokemon.
Jax taking the time to name the rival after the ice cream truck that seemingly has run over their bicycle, because, man.
Wait, what did Jax name the rival?
RNG.
Yeah,
and now they're,
exactly.
and they did exactly what I thought they would do, go check the mystery egg. Now they're going to go for Erica, they're going to find out Marsh Badge is there.
Exactly.
And now they're actually, if anything, Jax for once is going to be chasing Prism, or once again, because...
For sure, because
just like with Royal Islands,
all the other checks. Prism's already done all the other checks that Jax could do, so this is just unfortunately fly difference.
But they're not off by much, though. Because
No, I think Jax had a strong
it's just a Route 25
lead
difference at this point.
before. Jax had a strong check lead before Fly, so Prism getting Fly before, about 10 minutes before, significantly made up for the time that he was less efficient with clearing beforehand.
Yeah, 100% agree. I think at this point now it's merely a Route 25 difference. Like it's quite literally a trainer difference, because they're gonna have the same amount of stuff. They're both gonna be looking at the same number of checks. Whatever this gives is gonna lead them to. At this point, how many more goose chases can they go on? You got red scale, you got lost item.
Don't get the chat started. They'll come up with the bonker stuff already.
But I'm saying, like, you've cleared so much. What stops you from just following those wild goose chases?
Oh no, you absolutely do. At this point, any progress item you get, you follow it through.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to, because at this point, you know you've gone through most of the game already, and at this point, you're just going to have to accept it.
Alright, here we go. Route 25, a PP up, and the prize is going to be...
What is our fabulous prize?
Nothing.
Just an extra revive.
Fascinating. Okay, so, does that unlock...
Misty's it? Misty's it?
Is Misty unlocked? Oh!
Yeah, Misty has to be on the unlock.
Oh, that's right, you don't have to beat the... I keep thinking you have to beat that guy in a battle. Right.
Nope. No, actually, the best one is if your bag is full, you don't even have to save reset. He just won't fight you.
That is correct, I remember that,
He gives you the items the first. So actually, technically, if we're talking about trainers you can lose to, he's the third trainer you can lose to, because he gives you the item first.
Nonetheless, let's see what this genius
fighting
has
Misty
for
from
him.
behind. It's a little bit slower, in my opinion, to fight from behind. You actually want to cut a little bit closer. Wait, not teaching Lovely Kiss?
An excellent decision.
I don't agree with that at all, actually. Because Lovely Kiss is a sleep move, you're clearing closer to the end, and honestly, sleep moves trivialize the red fight. They absolutely trivialize the red fight.
I think because the Arcanine has a lot of utility between Surf and Dig and all of that. A plain badge, there it is.
There's the plain badge.
There it is.
That's what I was calling.
Okay, so that actually opens up a bunch of mini checks. So now it'll be a matter of which route are you going to take? I think it's Ice Path.
Actually, it unlocks a lot of checks in
Yes,
right
it does.
now,
I think it's Ice Path, though, no
Waterstone
matter
Chamber. We have the rest of Ice Path. We have Waterstone Chamber. We have the plain badge check. We have the Burn Tower Strength check. We have all of Route 45, Dark Cave Blackthorn side, and we also have Claire.
And Chuck.
And Chuck, yeah, Chuck is out there too. Who wants another trip to Cyanwood?
Cyanwood is actually just the finish to the seed. Lock it in right now. Lock it in right. I would put 2.8 thousand points, my channel points, on SpeedGaming 3 to say that is going to be the end.
I like that. My called shot is there's something on Claire, because
yeah, I know. I think that
there's always something on Claire.
There's also too many checks in Dragon's Den at this point that it would be very unlikely that at least one thing, even if it was a Wild Goose Chase item, would not be in there.
Right.
But that's all playing the odds. That's how it goes. It's Pokemon.
Exactly.
Unless Jack's making some excellent work here out of all the kings. Prism's gonna be chilling out in Ice Path. Did Prism keep their Rock Smasher to save time in here? I don't remember.
I believe so, yes.
Because I don't think... Oh, no, Espeon has... Oh, yeah, that's right. Jax now has...
No, Jax taught over Rock Smash, but then taught Rock Smash to a different Pokemon.
Nonetheless, Ice Path so far looking a bit dry. Yep, maintains.
You could say it wasn't quite... I guess it was a little bit too cool for this run. Nothing going.
You're giving this run a pretty cold shoulder, if you ask me, Snowbear.
Alright. Prism's just gonna
Cut that down right away!
Alright,
3 checks in here. Black glasses and 2 items on the ground.
Fun fact, I remember one time we ended it was a really bizarre thing, but for a while, Surf wasn't actually in logic for that, so it took us getting completely soft locked with Surf being surf locked there. That was a throwback. That was something to find that seed. It took
That
us
had to be
a
back in
long
the day,
time.
right?
Oh yeah, but it was kind of a little bit before I think the first item random tournament, or the first full item random tournament. It was a little bit before that, because I remember it was kind of funny. It was just amongst the other problems that we had early on. Some of the other ones also being having the Mount Mortar items, because there's kind of duplicate items in Mount Mortar, so you have to kind of syntax it properly. There was a couple of that. Oh,
Lost item. That's a really quick check, luckily. That's a really quick check. So, Prism could just go on his way, not have to worry. Jax did take that fight, I assume for experience, or just forgot. But, like we were talking about before.
Jax might not have fought. Or might not have saved beforehand.
Slowpoke Well. Slowpoke Well exists. They can do Slowpoke Well, too. That's 2 checks.
Slowpoke Well is 2 checks, indeed. We have 4 checks in...
Oh yeah, we got the flower. There's the Rising Badge.
Rising Badge.
The flower shop.
So that unlocks the rest of... That unlocks Victory Road. That unlocks Mount Mortar. We're going straight to Mount Mortar.
Yep. Treasure Trove number 2. Even if it's a bust,
wait. Okay, we're gonna do a slight detour for the Burn Tower check.
I mean, we knew that was gonna happen. We just didn't want to say it, right? Yeah, we did.
Of course.
Totally.
2
badges away from glory here, and an expansion pass.
Expansion, yep. Exactly. We'll have to see what our go mode item is.
At this point, I feel like it might be an expansion pass, actually.
I think so, too. I think we haven't been given it, and there's still so many... We're given so many unlocks. West Kanto just is not it.
Yeah, truly, if you think about it, yeah, we could say there's some kind of weird check, but even if it's a weird check, I would still consider that the go mode item, because you're just randomly guessing, pushing rocks around.
We've had Surge. Oh, neither of our runners have done Surge yet. The lone Kanto check that none of them have done.
There's a reason. Well, no, Surge is cool, but yeah.
Surge is actually not that bad, as long as you don't hit the double 4 poke trainer.
Oh boy.
Just go to the right. Don't go straight up. Go to the right, please, for your own sanity.
Or do what Prism's doing and stay out of there. Go to the much larger checking area to find Minimize. I was hoping you'd give me a little bit more energy with Minimize, but that's okay.
Right.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. There's not really much going on right now. Everybody's just kind of traveling, and we're just waiting for a name to pop up, because we know Jax isn't going to find anything.
For it. Yeah, I'm waiting for the goodies.
So okay, hold on. Jax has strength. Do you think they'll do Claire first?
Oh, there's the expansion card. Wrong.
Okay, so it's a badge that's going to be our go mode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You still can't have badge. Nice, Rod. All right, they can be anywhere, folks.
But here's the thing, though, like, because I feel like you don't have to. Mount Mortars has a lot of stuff in it. If you find a badge in here, I think that's when you start panicking a smidge, because it could actually literally be anywhere.
Yeah. Well, okay, so in response to something mentioned, machine part.
I didn't think of that.
This is so many progress things. This is
wait.
not what you want to see.
Wait, machine part unlocks the lost item, though. The lost item person, which means you can then go do that. That has to be your next play. Silverwing doesn't matter, but like everything else matters. You now have the entire machine quest.
Yes. In terms of Surge versus Sabrina, actually, well, Surge is a little bit easier to set up on 5 pokes versus the 3 pokes. But the thing about Sabrina, the reason why we have definitely no early Sabrina is because it's a level 46 Pokemon, which is a lot. When you have very minimal experience, 46 versus 40 is a big difference.
Do you remember that day when we didn't have early Sabrina and my Storm badge was actually on Sabrina, which was also the 7th badge that I needed to do anything else?
I don't remember that one, but I do remember the exact reason why we did do that, which was we were doing an early. This was early key item rando, and it was a big race, and of all the so progress is on Sabrina, and I think Sabrina had like a Dragonite or something. I had an ice move. I went through Sabrina, no problem. Everyone else in the race just was not having it, and it was just absolutely horrible.
That's just trainer difference.
Exactly. So that's why we have at this point 7 badges, so you can at least train up on at least the radio tower.
Nothing on the Rising Badge. We're getting a surge fight right now.
Are we getting surge fight?
Or we're getting a check first? What? We are getting a... We're getting a Snorlax check.
I believe we have...
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think
Well,
Prism thinks there could be more in West Kanto? Yeah, I guess, because you got all the way down to
There's too many items in West Kanto.
Yeah, it's fair, it's fair, it's fair.
I prematurely marked Jax getting the lost item, but we all knew it was there.
If they skipped it, though, you look like a fool.
I would look like a fool. Yeah, West Kanto's got too many checks. Not as many checks because we don't include the hidden items, but it's still lots of easy and free checks. There's also Victory Road there as well.
Why do I kind of feel like Jax, though, will fight Surge before going to West Kanto?
I don't know.
Lost item check coming in, nothing.
Just quick claw. Unfortunate.
Wrong girl sitting on a bench.
We are gonna do Sabrina for Jax right now.
We're getting a Brock for Prism.
I think just the old man.
Wait for it. Nope.
Nope. Just take it and dip out.
Faked
No,
me out.
it's too early for Brock.
It's never too early for Brock.
We have too many quick checks to do.
He's right there.
He's two fights. He's rather slow, and you have Water Stone Chamber. You have Slowpoke Well. You have also many checks to do. You even have Chuck. Chuck's
You have to understand. I've been kind of right up to now. I have to hold on to the fact that I've been doing okay with guesses. I gotta stick to my guns.
I think your guesses have been, on the most part, probably better than mine, but I have a general idea of where the progress is generally is. I just don't know which item it is.
But the thing is, it's only working because of how chaotic this seed is. Are we getting a Victory Road check?
Yes, absolutely. It's 5 items, I think? Or no, is that
4?
I think it's just...
Oh wait, no, because then what if he goes... Is there one item down? No, there's one item down from Victory Road. Which
Well,
I think
that's
Route
26. I think it's... So it's 1, 2, 3, 4... There's 5 items here.
Okay,
We have the red scale.
Did anyone
Oh
say
my
Hundo the
gosh.
Seed?
I sure as heck hope not. I kind of
Actually,
want to go
we are... No, Prism will Hundo the Seed. That's red scale. And then 2 badges. That's a Hundo. That's basically a
fair
Hundo.
enough. Oh, Earth badge here.
Where? Oh, what?
That's
where?
Slowpoke Well.
Oh, that's a call. Is Prism's
like
not
this
going to be
call.
there for a while?
Well, no. Prism's gonna be there shortly.
No, but he's going to finish all that stuff first. He's not going to... I don't think he's going to go back. Otherwise, he would have done it now, right?
No. This is just part of coupling the checks. He's getting done the West Kanto, which was the newest progress thing. He'll go back definitely to those strength checks soon enough. I would believe after, of course, the rest of the Route 26, 27. But Jax going here is definitely smart because they haven't gone that Rising Badge yet. So this is where they're thinking they're going. Jax might actually be Go Mode expansion card, honestly.
Yeah, Jax definitely, I think, following the logic that we were thinking. Prism smashing the timeline a tiny bit.
Yeah, there. Oh my gosh, there we go. Jax's Go Mode item is gonna be Rising Badge.
Did Prism
it's gonna be expansion card.
Wait, did Prism not check the Ho one?
No, he didn't. No, it's the Waterstone Chamber.
Or what?
He hasn't checked the water. He hasn't done the whole loop there.
Oh,
and
geez.
Jax is gonna be. Jax is pulling
no.
this out.
Dude,
this
he's
is
gonna.
what happened.
Yeah, he's gonna.
This is Jax has got lock on the seed.
Prism's gonna go all the way down here. That's it.
Well, hold on.
Almost. That's
so,
well.
Wait, but okay. So, Jax is definitely gonna go to the waterfall border, but
yeah.
Prism might still be able to do this if he goes. Prism might be able to do this if he goes after this lost item check goes right to Slowpoke Well, because this is 6 items.
Part. What about Machine Part?
Oh, he could be baited by the Machine Part as well.
And Red Scale, all these little time losses we've been talking about the whole time. Which direction does he go? He's going up! What?
That's Machine Part. That's turning in Machine Part. Remember, he already cleared out the path.
Oh, that's right. You have to actually go there. That's right. You can't fly to it. Oh, no. Oh, man.
No.
That hurts. That hurts. It's okay.
Wait, no. Jax is climbing waterfall.
What?
No. Rising Badge check.
Rising Badge check. Yeah.
Rising Badge check into that. Although
remember the Rainbow Rising Badge thing?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
This is gonna be interesting. So, Jax might be... because you don't have expansion pass, they have to go up the waterfall. So they're gonna do these checks on 26. They're gonna go to Victory Road, too!
Yeah, it's gonna be a waste of their time. This is still intense. This is... I thought for sure Jax would be like a waterfall. That's mortar waterfall. You can get all those items first.
But actually, now we have found 100% of key items because Super Rod was 100% power plant.
I think we were still missing some of the other ones. We might have gone... Did we get the blue card and stuff? Honestly, I've lost track of it.
Going the opposite way!
Well, luckily it's not too many machine part checks, so...
Yeah, but the thing is,
He's gonna check the last one. I don't think he's gonna do Surge. I think this is... Yeah, I don't know. Jax is gonna find that they're out of checks and gonna have to go to Mortars. This is a question of when Prism's gonna go in there. Oh, no, wait. This is turning in the red scale. Alright. We're getting the bait items out of getting the bait items out of there. I think this is really unfortunate routing though from Jax. I mean, obviously we know where the progress is, but I think in this case, definitely holding back on it because going to Victory Road is kind of ugly when you don't have the expansion card and you know you have high fetch cut, so that you're hoping to do that last. But anyways, this is prismzetta. He's gonna get the last items right there. It's just so unfortunate for Jax because they had a chance back, but I mean, red could still be the equalizer, but I think in this case, Arcanine is a more solid Pokemon to take whatever unknowns there is, because it has a lot more defense. Espeon is a very nice Pokemon and it's very good for clearing things out, but in this case, unfortunately both of their move pulls are just kind of medium stinky, as I would say.
But you know what? I'll put my money on the Arcanine over the Espeon any day.
Yeah,
it's,
in
like
this
you
case,
said, in the
Arcanine's
dark.
a lot more ground apart.
And look at the levels too, right? Like, Jax is barely hitting 50. And Arcanine has the defensive capabilities to take hits on both ends. I feel like once Prism gets it, this is gonna be a go mode here for Prism, and they're gonna be a handful of minutes out here from that victory. They also have the X items, so all these times is what we were talking about. And the other thing too, it kind of what's that?
Jax already did the X item, and oh no, Jax is gonna get baited by the red skill.
Yep. And we talked about this too, though. Based on the way it's been played, Jax goes for the bulk, and that makes a lot of sense. This seed was not about making sense. This seed was about taking that tiny bit of a risk.
I mean, but they definitely, both of them had, ways that they could have gone either way. But that's go mode for Prism. I mean, and he's already got the fly point, right? That's the other thing too, is that Jax had to have gone immediately to Waterfall because Prism's already got the fly point. Or, not quite, but he's got close to the fly point.
For some reason I thought the Arcanine was a slightly higher level, but the same. But the point being, we've got the...
Well, the thing is also, the Arcanine has the HP bulk, the defensive bulk. I mean, that's the kind of thing, is that, and you can run it mixed if needed to, although generally you want to make a choose for red, either you set up special or you set up attacks. You're wasting your time if you set up both. Just make up a decision.
I think Jax is gonna set the Elite Four waypoint. That's probably
Well, I mean, I think this is, honestly, it's understandable for Jax to do E4. Remember, Jax knows that they were at fly late. So, you see your opponent not done at the 205, 206 mark? You have to. You play to your outs.
I still think there's too many checks, though, to ignore.
But unfortunately, Waterfall Water is just too tempting, and I think that's just the unfortunate part. That E4 is not required.
Where was the expansion pass again?
Expansion card was Waterfall Mortar.
That's it. Like if I have access to that and I'm looking for bulk, I'm not even. I understand setting this up, but like you said, you're looking at a 206, 207 time. I would still just.
Well, this is all mindset because you remember, Fly was so much later, and Jax is probably like, oh no. Even though we know that they weren't all that far behind, it feels crushing.
Well, it's gonna continue to be crushed as Violet's coming in.
Oh wait, no, that was just the E4 full. That was okay. It's just the E4 setup.
It's just to set it up. Jax. They're going for the red scale. Yeah, there's gonna be too much time lost here unless we have a 4 water move lead here. or something super powerful. Prism's gonna be sitting comfy, 6 pokes away from a victory so far.
I think what Prism would be scared about would be an Earthquake or Hydro Pump. But Hydro Pump is only 5 PP, you can stall that out. They can't have Surf. You know, it's not. This is not a Montebank Seed. This is not, you know, Red having trolley movesets, hopefully. But yeah, no, this is just unfortunate.
208-15 Red entry here for Prism. The 2
Ninetales? Oh, that's easy.
It's easy. It's just gonna be the setup. It's Hydro Pump! You spoke too soon!
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Time out. It's Hydro Pump. That's 5 PP. Ninetales is only using that's 2 Hydro Pumps. 3.
3. Wow, it's actually wasted them. This is
that's all. I think that's its only attacking move, honestly.
Might be. We'll see right now. Iron Tail coming through. Iron Tail is resistant. Don't care.
Honestly, at this point, actually, I would have dug on the Arcanine because you know it's gonna use Hydro. That's 4.
Just dodge,
dig,
man.
Please,
just
please, dig.
Dig. No, just dodge. Whatever. Just dodge. Okay, well...
This is why I said dig.
They didn't dodge.
So anyways, we're out of Hydro Pumps. We know it's got just Iron Tail. Setting up a guard spec is no big deal.
Nice, easy finisher here with all these inaccurate moves on the Ninetales. It is
outrage.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
But you can, that's fine. You know that the damage unlock stuff. That's fine. You can set up. I like this attack setup though.
So a crit nearly kills you.
I mean, you can't play around the crit when you.
It'll get confused eventually. It'll hit itself confusion right here. See, I just know how I know how Pokemon works.
Oh, and it lost the confusion. Okay, Fury Swipes. Okay, that's
a bit of a time waster.
Absolutely,
big time waster. Big time waster.
All right, Prism's just making sure to absolutely have way enough X speeds. I think 2 X speeds was definitely enough. But yeah, this is just ooh.
This would be the time.
Oh yeah, lost big for cross chop. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Thank you, chat.
That's a double Ninetales on Red.
No! This is why you want X accuracies. Oh no, not enough. Also, that was I don't think he fully set up.
That wasn't +6. Oh,
yeah, at this point, I mean, I would have risked the +4, but unfortunate. It just
I just would have gone to 6. You had it free. It was Iron Tail Fury Swipes Outrage. You just set up on the other times.
Honestly, I can see trying to be like, okay, well, I mean, remember, he knows he got to the other part, he might have gone fly earlier, but you do remember he lost a lot of time early on. It might just be thinking, you know, worst thing is worst. Oh my goodness.
Burn to fire type. Burn to fire type.
Oh no, this is also why I like running special mains, because you get things like this where it's just your attack giving half is just horrible. Excuse me, you know, I'm sorry. Tri-attack's not that common of a status thing, but
20% by the way.
20% all the time. Oh my goodness,
for Jax.
Just
Here we go.
My goodness.
This is starting to get very spooky. You know what?
Did Jax just pick up the expansion card when I was looking at
Yeah, they have to head over there.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
well, Jax, this is a great equalizer. You know, this has been not so good fight for Prism, and you're right. This is rough.
I don't know, man. No matter how far behind I am, if I'm able to go to +6, if I wasn't able to, yeah, I'd start taking shortcuts. I think this was a +6 position.
I think you're right. I mean, obviously,
now he's got to deal with Spore. Right. Oh man, this is like you know. Yeah, you're gonna be faster, but you gotta go to max. You gotta go to max. I wouldn't even heal that off until you're at max.
At this point, you know, he's out. Relic is out of. Oh my gosh! It was still not +6, I don't think.
Yeah, it wasn't a +6. It was a very fortunate paralysis coming through. 3 Pokemon left, and Nidoking coming out. That's gonna get hit by a Surf or Body Slam.
Oh my god!
Paralysis is gonna miss.
Thunderwave Fist. That's from AI missing of moves. Oh, Glare on. Well, that's fine.
Gonna risk it. Feeling the pressure. Prism on the final Pokemon. 1 left to go.
1 left, and it's a Marowak. Okay, that's easy.
It's gonna drown or get body slammed.
Actually, in this case, Sark probably would have killed the Marowak before.
Yep. But it doesn't matter, Snowbear.
Done. That's done. Wait. And did Jax just hit a random trainer? There.
That does.
Oh,
look
that's
familiar.
that's Route 2 person. All right, GG.
GG to Prism, a nail biter in the beginning, an equalizer into another equalizer, and a advantage on the carry. We'll give them the win.
Yeah, that
over
was
Jax
yeah.
today.
Oh, that was that wasn't even the Route 2 guy. That was Route 1.
Look at them
Buried?
DVs. Look at all them DVs.
Hey, man. Good enough.
That's what we say in the business. Yeah.
GG though. This was definitely tense and whatever, but I think we are now getting joined by Prism.
Is Jax just going to E4 because? Oh no, buying the full restores. Right.
Hi. Well, GG. Congrats on the win.
That red was so mean.
Yeah, I think we were just saying that might have. I think in this case, taking the 6X items would have been it. But first thing first, I think I think you and I definitely need to know. What was your feeling when you found all those items in the world and then to get fly? Like, I'm assuming your mindset before when you're going to worlds, you were super behind. And then, did you start feeling did you feel like you were ahead when you found where fly was?
Well, yes. The fly was in one of the worst locations fly could possibly be in. And I got super lucky that I just went, yeah, I'm gonna escape rope out and then go to that. Because it was just one check. But if it's fly, it's the best check in the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, your early game main struggles with the draft, you were just kind of slightly behind with that, but you made it up with... I didn't think you would go to
Kanto that early?
Kanto, but Pro Pokemon called it right up that you were not gonna take any chances on that draft rig.
Look, if this was Gen 3 and I had Serene Grace, I would have kept with the draft rig because that would have been hilarious. But this isn't Gen 3, and I can't Paraflinch forever. And the Arcanine started out bad, but thankfully once I got past the old men and got into the tower and got Drill Peck and Surf, I didn't have any problems whatsoever until Red.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's the one thing about Arcanine is that when you just Surf Strength is enough, or just Surf physical move is enough to take care of anything because Arcanine's stats are really good.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, you getting Fly was a big turnaround because Jax pretty much last location did. I think Jax only had False Director left at that point. So
yeah, they were on the last 3 that they could do maybe.
What happened for both of you is that Jax got walled by the Sages. And had to do everything. But you pulled it off.
I did.
You played well, and then once you did that, you just didn't let go of the brakes. Didn't let go of the gas. You just kind of held onto it. I think you did get a little bit baited by all those waterfall checks.
Yep.
Whereas Jax got the expansion card last, but
you have no idea how mad I am that Misty was the progression.
Oh, I bet because both of you, although neither of you did the surge.
No, I have surge protection. I'm not doing surge.
Best investment ever.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Always get your surge protection.
But what was your thoughts again? Also seeing the double Ninetales on red.
I went, oh, dude, are you for real? I did what I could. I had enough revives, thankfully. And then the second one, I'm like, I'm not even gonna set up on you. I'm just gonna kill you as fast as I can. I'll set up on the third Pokemon, and then the third Pokemon get a lucky crit, and I'm like, God, why?
And then the Gator was just trolling you.
Yes, he froze me, burned me, and slept me 3 times. Like, dude, relax. Alright, well, I'm okay with this. I did get extremely baited by the Rising Badge checks, but I mean, anyone would.
I mean, anyone could. I mean,
Because that's
case,
like
I think...
15 checks.
Well, the thing is, like, Rising Badge, and then you had, absolutely, at that point, you're chasing, I think we were talking about, Pokemon and I were talking about, when you get progression, you just follow the breadcrumbs. Even if they're bait, you follow the breadcrumbs. It's too late in the sea.
The point you received all that was the time where we're like, he's just gonna follow it. He should follow it. Just go. He's already made his play going to Whirl Islands and doing those weird last checks. It's just time to take the ride, get to victory.
Jax had a real scare close to it, because Jax found the last two badges, the last badges very quickly, and then got baited by the Victory Road stuff. It just took a left instead of a right, and so that could have been a point of, getting back in, but at that point, you were leading Jax pretty much through everything. Once you fly, you both went on your separate ways and kind of reunited, but you were, I think, 8 trainers ahead at that point? Is what you said?
Sorry, what was that?
I think he was, 8 trainers ahead at that point? Basically, when both of them did
Route 25?
and then on Route 25, yeah.
About 5 or 6, but
yeah, sorry.
You had a very, but based on the fact that once you got past the stages way faster than Jax, it started noticing the more things you had to do where you had to fight trainers over and over again, you were just taking incremental time advantages over Jax. So.
Yeah. Also, oh my god,
what level was
the Mega Horn on the Heracross on Jasmine. Oh my god,
that was horrible.
I
you definitely had your revenge later though when you drill pecked.
Yes.
I think it was Misty's Heracross. You drill
No,
pecked?
I drill pecked every Heracross I saw after that. I did not give them a chance. That thing's terrifying. Absolutely not. Thankfully,
Rising
again,
Badge was the
had Dig, which helped so much.
Right. Oh, sorry for the chat. Rising Badge was the plain badge check, and expansion card was in Waterfall Mortar.
Yep. It's the only thing I should have just left after that.
Can I get your level of your Arcanine? I totally missed what that level was.
59.
57?
It was 57 when I went into red, and I think it was 59 when I finished.
Okay, so 59. Good. I just have to write that down. And your go mode item was the Thunder Badge, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thunder Badge / Earth Badge. They were both kind of like either one you did first.
You did Slowpoke well first, so it was Thunder Badge. But GG. So Jax is done as well.
Good. Good for him.
Ooh. So
did he have as much trouble on red?
They struggled a ton on red.
Yes.
That was a rough one. Oh, he gave a Ninetales a dire hit?
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, what the heck?
So, Jack, you got the Ninetales a dire hit there with that fly. That was oof.
Yeah, you know how you're just like halfway down the road of like, well, I've already wasted so much time, might as well keep going.
Yeah. So that was the kind of thing, because Prism had a little bit of trouble and went to Kanto early, and then ended up picking up Whirlpool, which, after also failing Jasmine, that led him to Whirl Islands and then to do that secret potion check, which made up for the difference with your early lead with your Espeon. Although, I was a little bit curious. Yeah. They caught Espeon on Route 31 with Rock Smash, and we did want to ask, did you not want to check the Rock Smash Pokemons early? Because level 15 early on is... levels early on actually make a difference.
Or backtrack in the dark to roll a dice on a moveset when I had Confusion and Sacred Fire.
I mean, it was absolutely understandable.
That's what we figured. That's what we figured, yeah.
I was more surprised that you really jumped the gun on teaching Icy Wind over Rock Smash at that point.
I kind of thought about that afterwards. I'm like, I probably should have held off on that, but...
Yeah, I think you probably could have held off at least until you had checked those checks, and then...
Houndoom was it. Basically, it was the Houndoom. It was all the Houndoom.
Yeah. Rock smashing Houndoom.
It was this stupid Houndoom. I'm just like, please, die already. It was all Houndoom. I'm like, I need a better move for this thing. I'm like, because this seed was so tight. There's like bottleneck after bottleneck after bottleneck.
That's Snow Bear Roms for you.
Oh, you rolled this? Oh, ew.
I mean, ROMs happen like that, but like...
No, it's a Snow Bear ROM. You're fine. It's fine to blame him.
It's fine to blame me. It's fine.
No,
it's
no,
not a
but,
toxic
like-
ROM. This is a snow bear ROM.
No, but it's fair. It's like that's just how seeds turn out sometimes. Sometimes they just get really bottlenecky, and then just like, and if you don't find it, you're screwed.
Yeah, in this case, the biggest turning point was Fly, because then at that point it kind of turned into you were chasing Prism a little bit after. Although you had the clear check early on, with just the efficiency with Fly was just too
Yeah, the
much.
efficiency. Honestly, the time the difference between us probably was more me getting in my own head about Fly than anything else. Like,
Yeah.
if I had checked things in like a true like density order, I would have probably made up the time.
You got actually really close at the end because you picked up the last 2 badges before Prism did, because Prism got baited by the Rising badge on Plane badge into expansion card.
Oh yeah,
But unfortunately, when there was the 2 choices, either going the Waterfall Mortar or going up Victory Road, unfortunately you took the Victory Road route.
yeah.
Which
I mean, that's
was,
like
was
defensible choice.
just the final differentiation.
Yeah,
Although you
defensible
both
choice,
struggled
but-
mightily on red.
Oh my gosh. Again, like, it didn't seem like to be that bad. It's like, oh, it's a Ninetales. How bad could it be? I mean, until it crits everything.
Yeah, well, it had Hydro Pump, and I was an Arcanine, and I was not.
Ah, that would do it for you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hydro
I
Pump,
think
like,
was your SP on 55 at the end, or
it was
did
55, yeah.
'cause
I was
think
trying to level it up a couple more times, and I had some inputs eaten and gave the Celebi 2 candies for being a fly buddy, I guess.
Well, it was your repel buddy through Tin Tower.
Yeah. Because, well, it ate me.
I mean, at that point, your Espeon was probably gonna you had to catch because you weren't gonna kill it. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because Celebi, like, the SPN did not have a quad effective move on the Celebi, therefore. Well, no, it had Sacred Fire. I could have just taken it out with that, but.
maybe it was.
I was missing one Pokemon, but anyway, yeah, like I noticed that I kind of felt like in the middle is the kind of the same thing I did in the qual for Zooter a little while ago, where I'm like, I have gone so far down a rabbit hole that like if I had hit anything along the way, it would have been fine, but I didn't. And at that point, I'm like, well, I guess I'm just doing this thing now.
We saw you going from standard follow logic, get the density. Oh, maybe I'll just dip in here and do some of these off checks, and then you went back to standard, and we could tell, like we were talking about the whole time, going, how are they going to play this out? Because they have a clear thing they like to go for the density, but now they're seeing what this ROM's doing, and you know the trust is kind of wavering. I was reading the minds.
You was absolutely reading both of you. I think I had a feeling, I had a read of where the seed was going with how Troy could be, but that Pro Pokemon had your mind, both of your mindsets there, and I think we could definitely see the effects, especially I think after Soft Stat Girls, I think that was maybe a little bit of a breaking point for you. You're like, wait a second.
Honestly,
I got
like go fast, get density, because I have no other choice, and I have to just hope that like the fact that I full cleared so heavily up to that point would make up to it.
The unknown breaking, because the breaking point that could be physically seen was kind of like just those ever so slight micro time losses. But for us, when we could see everything, the big breaking point was when that Arcanine started doing way more efficient work over the Espeon. That's where we're kind of saying, okay, Prism starts finding more stuff. That's where he's just going to keep a hefty lead until...
Yeah, the Espeon like never got an excellent moveset. It was a
Yeah.
it was a good moveset, but never got excellent. And that definitely...
and unfortunately, none of the TMs were helpful to you.
All of the TMs were physical, and like nothing I saw. Like I considered at that point, like I was struggling a little bit. If I see something that's physical and good, I might take it because I'm just like I need to get more efficient in my fights.
I mean, I was gonna say I wouldn't have even recommended even getting the Dragon Breath tutor, because goodness gracious, Dragon Breath is I need a special move. But what I've learned in the most recent thing is that it might be that I need a special move. It is not an answer to water types. It is not an answer to anything.
Fire types.
Hey, I used Dragon Breath at the first 20 minutes.
No, it was great for the first bit, but this would be one where I'm like, I love Espeon. It's a great Pokemon. Love my EVs and all, but like this particular Espeon, I'm like, if I'd had an opportunity to switch.
Oh, absolutely. I think
none of the options.
I think it was hard. You tried to make it work.
Zapdos had just not sucked.
Yes, the Zapdos
Pretty
sucked.
much.
Twin Needle Mega Kick. It's good for like 3 battles.
I mean, okay, so the other thing though, I think
that's fine.
so Prism, the one thing that threw me off is that you actually took the Giraffe egg from Dark Cave. So that was a little strange because I figured most of the time people repel through that because it's only levels 2 to 4.
Yeah, level 4 is good enough. Level 4, you can go up Sprout Tower first and get up to level 10.
Fair enough, fair enough. I just always go for the more level 5 on Route 31 or 36 or rarely Runes of Elf, but fair enough, that's good enough call.
Between 4 and 5 is pretty marginal, but...
Well, 5 is a breaking point in terms of stats, but that's just a little bit here and there. But
yeah, well, the first trainer in the tower has 3 level 3s. It's whatever.
It's gonna sort itself out, yeah.
Exactly.
I think the calls...
Take the best thing you can get fast, because you will probably, in this case I didn't, but that's kind of my feeling with full item is like, find the best thing you can get early on. Again, why I didn't go fishing in the Rock Pass Pokemon, because I was like, you know what, this is pretty darn good. I'll probably find something I want to switch to, and I didn't.
Yeah.
I also did not see anything better than the Giraffe.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't think there was many.
We didn't see anything bigger than the Giraffe Ring out of the
because you guys didn't show us anything.
You almost murdered me.
Yeah.
I also got to use counter productively twice because the Meganium had cross chop.
Oh my god!
I
was questioning why you taught counter, but it makes sense.
As a Nuzlocker, I'm super proud of you that you used counter effectively.
Yeah. No, this is like, again, like, I definitely, like, this is a trap I get into sometimes. I'm like halfway down a thing that could be good. I'm like, okay, do I break or not? And I tend to not bail, and that's something where maybe that's something to grow.
I mean, either way, this was still strong showing from both of you, and I think you can both hang your heads up high. I mean, honestly, there was this was still a close. I mean, it's 8 minutes apart, but I think the time is a little bit like, because this was definitely, you guys were like, the leads are swinging back and forth. And so, I mean, it was really until the end that it was just kind of, when the dust settled, Prism was just a little bit quicker.
Yeah. This was quite literally a one-check difference. You both played phenomenally, and it's just randomized. It's the randomizer ice truck.
I mean, it's
ice cream truck. That's all it is.
It is.
It's how it goes.
Yeah. And, like, may I just say, like, Zooter players, you are weak. You are weak when you say there is casinos in Zooter.
We have the ice cream truck. We have all sorts of flavors of
we
you want your worst
while we're
progression.
Suffering. Woo!
Yeah, it's not.
We have 9 ice rods.
Casino. We're like in San Marino. We're Monaco. We're in Casino.
You've heard of
you might have lots of checks, but we got the 9 ice rods, and boy howdy, do you have to go find those 9 ice rods.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's fun though, and I'm looking forward to. That's at least what being Swiss though. It means there's more to play. There's still a lot more to play.
Absolutely. Yep, there's still 5, as pointed out in some of the other broadcasts. You can still go 5-1. There is such strat as going 0-1 and trying to climb the losers, the losers bracket of that. But either way, this is still the first week. We got lots of weeks to go, and boyo, this is.
Hey, I'm here for fun, so sure. I had a good run.
Well, good game.
Yeah, GG.
Enjoy the rest of your tournament.
Yeah, you
if
do.
You play again in the top 16, I will look forward to it. I'm going to go play Baldur's Gate now. Bye.
Yeah, enjoy.
All right, thank you.
Good luck to both of you.
Both of you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna get out of here.
All right, thank you very much. I think this is the end of the day. We have a busy tomorrow. Boyo, and we have a lot of races tomorrow. We have Trickens versus Ergo. We got Toxic versus Pitzelden.
Yep.
So that's our 2 matches for tomorrow, and then we got a break on Thursday, and then there's right back into the action with Friday and Saturday, with Friday being me versus Audley and Fox versus Chunktastic, and then we have a slew of Saturday games. So please keep around. We'll hopefully we'll see, but but yeah, please, thank you very much, and huge shout out to both the runners and my fellow commentator Pro Pokenoob carrying me in this cast. I couldn't be here without you.
That's a lie, but thank you for having me. It's been fun. We'll see you again on Saturday for a mega
see you again.
weekend.
Oh. Well, hopefully we'll catch tomorrow's races as well. So with that, I think we're going to be done, and we'll see you next time.
Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night.